These nuts. Ha! Got him! Ha! Got him!
There we go. So we are live. Not only are we live, but this is a special episode.
It is.
We still got music playing. That's kind of cool.
I know. I was like, that was confusing for me.
Yes, Daddy.
So we are. You know it's not up. Yeah, you pretty much just gave away what it is we're doing here. But that's totally
They
fine.
know because
Yes.
they watch us every week.
Yes. Seth is saying feels like I'm in an opium dungeon right now.
Oh my god.
I'm guessing that's the song that you were listening to. That was my song, mine and my daughter's song playing right there. And Ian is absolutely right. So, Haley, you're going to pay attention to the comments because I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
We have a lot of input coming from the question that we asked online, so there's going to be a bunch of responses that you guys actually submitted, and we're going to try to get to them all. You know how this goes. If you guys have ever seen these episodes, this is the live Q&A.
Yes.
Hump Day Q&A extraordinaire question asker Joshua Farmer episode number 20. So we've been doing this for 20 fucking weeks now.
Yeah.
We got co-host Haley Chaos with us.
Hi guys.
It's your boy. It's your
It's
boy.
your boy.
It's your boy Farmer.
I cannot with you.
And also too, later on, you guys stick around. You're going to want to stick around because we have a special guest with us.
Our first one.
Yes, it's actually our
Yeah.
first special guest as well.
Yeah.
It's first guest at all.
Yeah,
It's always been
this
just
is
me and
exciting.
Haley. We got somebody else coming on, and we actually have him here in studio, so it's going to be really fun. We're going to have a great dialogue. But before we get to that,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you guys know that this, right out of the gate, this is with love, this is with sincerity, and this is with nothing but, what would be the word? What would we say? Like, making sure that we're being constructive and being straightforward and honest.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. So that will be some of the conversation you can expect later. If you guys are watching this, you already know that we have a special guest on here because we named him, if you see the title.
Far from special.
So not far from special. It's very special. So we'll get to that in a little bit, but first we're going to address your guys' questions that have been submitted. Did you submit? Did you ask?
No, I was busy today.
Haley was really rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Another
I know you
glitter
don't.
tattoo.
I know you don't like this, but
I
we're
know
gonna-
I don't like it
I
in my
know, but
face.
it's
It's
you
fine.
know what? That's
It's fine.
surprising.
Yeah, I was doing another glitter tattoo.
Okay,
So
so she was doing a glitter
I was
tattoo.
busy.
Yes, so Haley was busy.
Working, slaving away.
So she didn't. Yeah, she didn't ask any questions, but I did, and you guys responded, and I have a lot of them. I'm gonna do my best to get to it. Now, truth be told, I'll kind of play this out for you guys to know what to expect. A fellow tattoo artist here in town had posted something.
I thought we were celebrating.
No, we will. We
I
will.
missed-
You're the one who put it on. I didn't
I
even
was
say
ready.
that. I didn't even say that. So we're going to get to that eventually. But a fellow tattoo artist here in town, somebody that I know, had posted something that I thought would be really good and useful and constructive
Yeah.
for us to respond to here. Because technically, we actually had a morning meeting,
Yeah.
our regular scheduled morning
Yeah.
meeting, and we actually talked about it, not for controversy reasons or expecting ever to share it with you guys here.
Yeah.
We just talked about it because my job here, especially as a tattooist, but also a mentor, is to teach everybody in here how to be a professional. And so what I thought was really useful was this post that was up on Facebook. If you guys haven't seen it, we'll get to it. I thought it would be really useful to go over it and talk about it and kind of deconstruct it, just so that, because everybody has different opposing opinions,
Yeah.
different thoughts, different sort of outlooks on things, and it's something that not only do we're open to here and we respect, but at the same time want to respond to professionally.
Yeah.
So that's something I like to teach people. Like if somebody's in here, for example, as a mentor or as a mentee, and they see someone's work and go, oh, fuck them, they're not that good. Literally one of the first
Yeah.
things I do is, hey, like, we're not here to bash people.
Yeah.
We're not here to tear anybody down. Although if you guys have ever seen our terrible tattoo
Yeah.
Tuesdays on Wednesday, sometimes it's 7:30,
But we don't
but it's 7.
personally attack people.
No. That's not what it's about.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
no.
not trying to attack anybody. We're literally just picking on tattoos that are absolutely able to be picked on.
And you don't tag their name.
And we
Yeah,
don't
we-
we
yeah,
don't
exactly.
we don't bash
Right, so
anybody.
we won't make it personal.
Yeah, we are not bashing anybody.
Yeah.
But
Gotcha.
and that's never, like, we never will be doing that. If
Yeah.
anybody's doing that on my platform, it's no longer something that they will, they won't be joining us. So we don't do that. So that's kind of a little, is it preface? It's a little preface. It's a little foreshadowing. Okay.
Oh,
So let's
foreshadowing.
do that.
There you go.
A little bit of foreshadowing. But again, you guys should stay tuned for that. I think it's going to be really fun. I think you're going to be very thoroughly and impressed, but I think you're just going to really like the way the conversation goes. I think it'll be really constructive and fun. But in the meantime, this is number 20, and I
It
promised
is.
you all number 20 would be a party. This is super
is.
fucking cheesy.
I don't care.
I don't
I'm
care
here
either.
for the cheesiness.
It's super cheesy.
Even though I took off my hat, it's fine.
So let's do the party thing.
Okay.
Are you ready?
We're putting
I
the
have
hat
no idea
on?
how. I have no idea how this
Even
is
though
going
I
to work.
just took it off, it's fine. How does yours just stay? Oh, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Fuck yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so we do a countdown.
Okay.
Okay, countdown.
Now.
Oh, we didn't do it right. We have to. We totally fucked it up live. There's a fucking package on it. No,
I told you this
so
was
you guys,
going to be like the failed baby
no,
gender.
you did call it, and that's your fault because Josh threw away the packaging and didn't fucking open it. So
Well,
everybody
how
just
do you do it?
Josh.
We
Josh,
failed
I asked you
again.
to open it.
There you go, Josh.
I'm gonna blame it on him. So you guys just
Here's
watched
number
us
2.
party. So party over. I actually
That
was
was
planning.
fun.
I was planning on doing it really quick, calling it, and then just getting.
I
right
was
into the segment.
excited.
Me too. So we're gonna get to that. While we get to that, Josh
Shit in
figures
my
this out.
Cheerios.
I'm saying Josh. They're probably thinking I'm talking
So
to my fucking
confused.
self right now.
He has a mirror right there, and he's just.
I'm Joshua.
Yeah.
Our cameraman behind the scenes is Josh, so
Yeah.
stick with us for a second. Actually, might as well, while we figure that out, and actually open these instead of having them glued shut, I'm going to read some of these comments. We have Seth Dietrich. Seth Dietrich is on here saying, I love Andrew C. Thaxter so hard. This should be fun. So thanks for being on here,
That's
Seth. Tara's asking, how's the tattoo business coming along? It's coming along swimmingly. Seth was the one that said he felt like he was in an opium dungeon. Thank you, Brody Jade, for the happy 20th comment. We appreciate it. Amanda, thanks for being on here. You're an OG. Gomez is on here. You know Gomez.
Yeah,
So
I
what's
do.
up? We have somebody on here asking, where is he? I don't know who you're talking about, but we'll get to that. Coots is on here, of course. We appreciate
Miss
you,
Coots.
Coots, for joining us.
I miss your cookies.
Ian's alive.
Okay, can we do this now?
Fucking
Because
Ian's. Oh, we
I'm
figured it
ready.
out?
Yeah,
So
This
this
better
is
go hard.
If it doesn't,
I'm gonna be so sad.
we're gonna do it again. So we're just gonna delete everything that just happened in your
Just
minds
start over,
and
yeah,
go.
it's fine.
We're celebrating our 20th,
Yeah.
so here we go.
Oh
Holy
my god!
fuck.
I did not know it was that aggressive.
Okay, so let me read these questions. Shit, I knew that was gonna
That
fucking
was
happen.
my favorite.
No, but that's great. That's
don't
great.
care.
That's cool. If you guys could see the fucking mess, this is awesome.
It's cool.
Ian, I'm really glad you're alive and you're on here. So that's really cool to
Jesus
see you
Christ.
doing well. I don't know if you're doing well or if you're bedridden still. Maybe you've lost a leg through COVID. I'm not sure. But you are special. So you're going to be a special guest one day. Don't worry. Mike, okay.
Oh my god.
I can promise you guys I'm going to do my best. There's no way we'll get to everybody today.
Yeah.
Because we do have a guest. We don't want to take so much time away from that and, get to every single thing. But
I take all the time, you know.
But I do want you guys to know, obviously, we appreciate you all, and we appreciate your input. If you guys have questions, of course you can ask them here, but don't feel bad if this time, because I have a lot of input online too. There's a lot of questions, and we probably won't get to every single one of them. Or not questions, sorry, responses. So stick with us, guys.
Yeah.
Haley, did you tell them what you tattooed?
Yeah, I told him I
You
did a
described
glitter
it.
tattoo.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about episode 20? How does that make you feel?
I think we're rocking and rolling.
I think we are.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think I'm
We're
going to leave
doing
all
it.
this glitter
We're doing
everywhere
it,
because it
Peter.
makes sense.
Yeah,
We
it's
really
fine.
are. Alex is on here.
All the other girls are gonna hate us tomorrow.
I mean, I have to clean this up.
That part, yeah.
This
We got
is,
the rest.
This is 100%.
Ding, ding, ding! What do we have for her, Johnny?
40, because I would have
I turned
loved
40.
that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You guys, if you didn't know, I'm a silver fox now.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't.
So
I
Linda,
still have it.
if you're listening, if you're out there somewhere listening,
You're
I am now 40 years old and reaching the ranks. So Silver Fox on his way. Yes. Haley, redo for your birthday.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yep. So we'll do it. We'll do this for your. Yeah, that's gonna.
My
happen.
birthday's coming up.
Yes, it is
30.
Halloween. If you guys didn't know, you're gonna be 30 on the 30th.
31st.
That's done. I'm an idiot. Next year. Yep. And thank you, Cheyenne, for being on here and saying kind words of absolute love and happiness. We have another guest. Let's take a look here. We have, who is this? Andrew C. Thaxter. So gay. You're absolutely right. Andrew C. Thaxter. What do you know? It's our fucking guest. He's watching our show. This is awesome.
This is
you guys didn't know.
And you know it too.
No, I love this.
Both of you know
I think,
how stupid this is.
I think this is great. Okay. We're going to get back to this. Let's see here. We got Mike. How long do you plan on tattooing? Actually, I have no idea how to answer that. Ashley, thanks for being on here. We appreciate it. Jessica.
Hi.
Brooke, how was being 40 changed your view and who you tattoo? On how and who you tattoo? That's actually a really good question. I'm going to address that just because we do have some, like I said, some input from Facebook, which we're going to join here in a minute. Haley, do you think you have any input on how to respond to that? Like, what would you say about that? I mean, obviously it's about me, but I'm an old man. I get it.
How has being 40 changed your view on how and who you tattoo? Well, I don't know, maybe when you're younger you've changed. Like, has it changed your mindset on, like, I know what you do, but that's already been before you were 40.
Mm-hmm. That's an interesting question because honestly I don't think it has it all. I don't think it's really done much in terms of the tattooing part, but it does it is a bit of a mile mark, so it does honestly make me think like, okay, I got to start kind of rethinking what I'm doing, and to an extent that I'm obviously not going to be sitting in a chair, breaking my neck for the next 20, 30 years necessarily, at least not like I was doing in my 20s and 30s. So definitely have to start thinking a little bit differently. But I think that's a natural progression, especially if you want to keep growing. I think there's always going to be things you should be looking forward to doing, to advancing and getting better. And so if anything, it just kind of, pumps me to do more of that. So I look forward to that sort of thing. Mentoring, teaching, kind of doing that kind of stuff is way more interesting to me now than, like tattooing used to be the really cool thing for me when I was younger, growing up. I was like, fuck yeah, pumped. Yeah. And now it really is the mentoring, teaching, and like kind of giving back and just watching other people get really good. Yeah. Like, that's awesome. Like seeing Minna a couple weeks ago, seeing her do that portrait of the vampire was like way more rewarding than anything I tattooed. Yeah. Even though I still love tattooing, that's the 40 change. Yeah. That's definitely what was happening before I was 40, but that was it. So yeah. Okay. Daniel's on here saying get to the juicy stuff. So let's do that now. I'm going to read some of the actual responses. So the question that I asked online was, how do you guys deal with haters, whether and specifically online? I actually think this is a really decent question to ask, just because it's a real thing and you're going to have to obviously deal with it, and people are going to come your way, and whether they're haters, trolls, people that disagree, people that are just literally being jerks. We've had that on here before live, where people were just absolutely being idiots, probably 12-year-old kids acting like fools. Yeah. But that's what we asked. We said, how do you deal with haters? Really, it's not for like input to change how we feel or what we do. It was just interesting to hear what you guys had to say.
Yeah, everyone else's opinions.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of why I asked that question, for that very reason. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. The first response was with, how do you deal with haters online? It's pretty simple. Fucking block. That's definitely obvious. That's a thing, and I think everybody's had to do it, of course. The other one is ignore haters of all kinds. Haters gonna hate. There's no room in my heart for hate. And actually, I think everybody in this fucking room agrees. And that's from Rochelle. It's my sister. So thanks, sis, for sending
Andrew's
that.
got his hands up. Am I on camera at all? Like, why am I here?
Not yet, but you will be.
Okay.
Yep, 100. So hang tight. So, Rochelle, I absolutely agree. Everybody in the room agrees. That's perfect. Desiree is also responding, saying, I never look back. I never look back to know. Everything is in real time and only goes forward. Okay, so yeah, just not paying attention, which most of the time is great. But I think that there's time, like today, I think that there's times where, like I said, people could have opposing opinions or different outlooks or views, and to address them, I think is constructive. Yeah. So
I agree.
Amber saying, I would address them. I wouldn't give them the energy. Would they'll let them know what's up to F?
that okay
What's
with
up to
that?
farmer? I'm not sure actually. So I'm not really sure exactly what that means, but giving them the energy. Here's the funny thing. I don't actually think that it's energy that you are wasting if it's constructive. Like people say, always think about the positive, not the negative. I
Yeah.
honestly think you have to have both.
Yeah,
Positive
for
and
sure.
negative is a two-way thing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Samantha's also on here saying, hurt people. I think I don't think she's saying that's what you should do.
Yeah.
I think she's saying hurt people, like people are hurt. That's
Yeah.
that's how you address haters, because they're hurt.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, Samantha, that's what you mean. But a lot of people do actually say that. I've gotten some messages today saying like things like that, like, oh, who hurt you, kind of thing, like
Yeah,
regarding some of the posts. I believe that too. Like, a lot of people see it that way. I just look at it as sometimes people just don't have the, let's say the patience to deal with some certain things, I guess, constructively, like topics, or like we talked at length. Obviously, we've got hours and hours of recordings of this. We've talked at length of different opinions and how we don't always agree, and I think that's, again, a really good thing. I don't see it as bad at all, and it doesn't bother me if somebody doesn't believe what I believe. Again, one of the reasons we have our guest on here today that we'll be introducing here shortly is simply for that, because he has opposing beliefs to us, and I think it'd be constructive for you guys to see how that turns out. So if you guys didn't see in our story what those posts were, we're going to share them here, so you'll be seeing them shortly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Samantha is on here saying, laugh about it.
I do that.
Yeah, I think
I'm good at that. Yeah.
I would say that's kind of Haley's response too. For me, usually it doesn't even register, to be honest with you. Like, and this is, even something like kids. I have kids, obviously, so this is something. This is a mess.
I know.
This is something they deal with. This is something they come to me and ask me about too. Like, how do I deal with this thing? How do I deal with what somebody said? Like my son has came to me literally and said, how do I deal with this person who said this mean thing? And then now he wants to fight me. I'm like, well, you don't fight somebody over what they said.
Yeah, no.
So there's really not a whole lot somebody's going to say that's going to make you, legitimately, want to respond that way. So this is obviously kind of me rambling on about my own experiences with it, but your guys' experiences, obviously, I think most people agree that that's how you deal with it. Most of the time, it doesn't even register.
Yeah.
But there's some times where it does. Like, you get this. Like, you receive this.
Yeah.
How do you deal with it? Like, if you get somebody that's just, let's say, negative, or like literally just on their, like, obviously if they're being super overboard, you're just gonna block them, right?
I haven't
Not
even
always?
blocked. I'm not really like a blocker. I don't care. I just ignore it, honestly. And then, to be honest, like on TikTok, when I've gotten like trolls and stuff on there, and even Instagram, a lot of my followers and friends literally attack them, and I don't even need to go there. But I'm not going to give my attention to that. Like, I talked about that when I did my origin story. Like, I'd rather give that energy to the positive people than the negative.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
For sure. And I'm the same way. It doesn't register just because it's something that's not, it's not important to us. And we have our days are full and we have plenty of shit to do. All of us have families, we all have kids, and most of the time we'd rather be there. And so if we're spending our time doing things like this, then we individually deem it worthy to some extent. So that's why we're doing it. Especially with these lives, like we could all be doing other things, but I do enjoy this. Like, I was looking forward to today, of course. And I'm actually really excited that you guys join in so much. Like, you guys are awesome this is actually, I think, the most people that we've ever had on here watching at one time, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. I don't know if I didn't see any other questions. We got Andrew on here again. Glad I showed up on time. We're really glad you did too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Let's see. Okay. Let's do this here. We're going to go back to this. Now, by the way, guys, comment, ask away if you like. Even after this show, if you're not seeing this live, because it's obviously broadcasted on YouTube and Facebook, you guys can do it the same there. I like this one the most. I'm not gonna, again, I can't read them all, but I'll get to most of them. Michelle is saying, kill them with kindness. I absolutely agree to that 100%. I like that one because, again, like one of the first posts was, ignore the haters, but there's no room for hate. And I think that's actually really important, because how does that feel? Like, I imagine that. Like, how does that feel to...
I'm down to discuss what hate means.
Yeah, I'm down too. So we'll get to that. 100%.
All right.
So, yeah.
Let me know where you need me.
Yeah.
Over here.
You just do your thing.
Okay.
We'll be with you in a minute. Okay, let's see who else is on here before we change subjects here. Like people. Oh, Nate's on here. What's up, Nate? Hey, did you see the sports game the other day? Let's see here. Okay, I think we actually technically caught up to everybody. So 35, 35 people watching this. I think is pretty fucking rad. I think this might be.
You're welcome.
Yeah, one of the. Let's see, one of the most people. What was that? Was that the camera? What? Okay, technical difficulties, but that's all good. Yeah, what's up, Nate? Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get to. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Welcome.
Perfect. We will need that.
Yeah.
We're going to get to why we're here. So the first thing I'm going to do is just read to you guys, if you haven't already seen it, a post that was actually put up. I think it was this week or last week.
5 days ago.
It was 5 days ago. See, and I actually, I'll be honest with you. The only reason I'm really addressing this is because I wasn't searching to see it. I think 4 different people sent me this saying, "Hey, have you
Ironic.
seen this?" And I thought, well, okay, it seems like 4 people are assuming that it was addressed to us, so
Yeah.
I just assumed it was.
Why?
And then we got to the point to where, scrolling through, it kind of became obvious that it was most likely at least addressed to us.
Yeah.
But it could be wrong, so that's why I have Andrew here, and we'll be talking about that in a second.
You are.
So let's do this. Let's go here. I am going to screw this up if I do it wrong.
Yep, throw in a wrench.
There we go.
Ain't I?
Okay.
A lot of people don't hang out with me.
So here we go. This is the post. You guys can read it, of course, but I'll read it to you now. You would think that there was an eager young man out there in town that wanted to learn how to tattoo. Nope. Apparently they're all attractive females. Okay. Shame on you, shop owners. We see you. So that was the post that was up last week or this week that was sent to me multiple times, and of course something that I'm interested in addressing. So we're, without further ado, going to bring Andrew on here and talk about this, kind of unpack it and show you guys what we think about it, give him the opportunity obviously to explain his side of it, and
Am I
go
on
from there.
camera yet?
You want to be on camera?
I've been here for 2 hours.
1. Okay, let's do this. So here we go.
You're on
Nice and cozy, fresh and easy. We got Andrew C. Thaxter over here in the corner. So Andrew, you're on.
The C stands for Clinton. That's my grandfather.
Clinton, I like that. That's cool. Good name. Andrew, thank you so much for obviously coming in. We appreciate it. Obviously, this has a level of controversy to it, which I think is exciting. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and Andrew's a pretty solid dude, at least enough to be honest to show up and address this with us. So I really look forward to unpacking it. So let's just start there with what the post was about, and feel free, Andrew, to absolutely just kind of unpack that and share that part with us with what you had in mind, and we'll just start there.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty tough to unpack something that was calculated as far as already pre-packed. What I posted was very intentional and straight to the word, by every capital letter and every sense of punctuation involved. How would you like me to unpack the fact?
Okay, let's try it this way. You said you would think that there was an eager young man out there in town that wanted to learn how to tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. So what is, like, I'm not sure exactly, like, what did you mean by that? Like, what was on your mind? What were you thinking, like, when you wrote that?
What I was thinking was recognizing an observation of the fact that I don't see many eager young men out there being able for an opportunity to learn how to tattoo.
Okay, able meaning maybe they don't have the opportunity because somebody's not giving it to them, or they're
Yes.
not taking the position.
No, eager as far as the first thing you said.
Okay.
As far as the acceptance of an opportunity.
All right. So you would say that so basically what you're saying is simply that there's young eager men out there wanting to learn, but nobody's teaching them.
Yes.
Right. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Okay, and so
Pretty straight to the point.
yeah. So then bringing us to the next point where it says apparently they're all attractive females.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Hold on.
right. Go
Would
ahead.
you disagree?
Yeah, for sure. Like, would I disagree?
Can you name a young eager man in town that's an apprentice?
Well, Josh wants to be.
He's right here.
Wants to be. Can
Yeah.
you name one that is?
Why
Why does he want to be?
I don't pay attention to other shops, so I don't know what they're doing.
You
necessarily.
do. Yeah, that's why you invited me here.
No. I'm not. Well, I don't even know what shop you work at. Actually, to be honest, I don't know where you work, but that's why I brought you on here to find out, so we
Yeah.
can talk about that too. So no, I actually get a mix of both guys and females, male and female.
Who
both.
do you accept? As far
Whoever's
as an apprenticeship.
that's super
Who we-
simple. Super simple. Whoever's willing to put in the work
Mm-hmm.
and listen and be teachable, of course. Somebody who's in a position, obviously, to learn and is open-minded enough to do so. I could care less about anything, whether regarding to male, female, black, white, tall, short. I don't care.
Okay, and I do appreciate that. All I wanted to do was point out the irony of the fact that most, not just you, but most shops, ironically, they're all attractive females. And I'll put attractive in quotes
Interesting.
because I'm married, and so,
Right.
attractive is conveying as far as like whatever everybody thinks that means.
Okay.
But ironically, they're all attractive women.
Okay.
Now, just right now. And I've been in this game for 17 years. And so I've seen the transitions.
Okay. So what you're noticing is it's maybe becoming, what you're claiming is it's becoming more female oriented, or it's becoming more female dominated.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with females, by the way.
No, of course.
All my
Yeah.
favorite people are females.
Perfect.
I got 2 moms, 2 sisters, 2 daughters. Like every single person that I love the most is a female. It has nothing to do with females.
Okay.
And so I would hope that it's not construed into any type of argument on that level. But they're all attractive as far as modern day society.
Okay.
Why?
Would you
Now,
prefer them?
say again.
Is there? Well, I guess what I'm saying is there, like, what would be your answer to that? Like, why? Why are they attractive?
Well,
Is it-
I know the answer.
Okay, so let's hear it, because that's why I have you
No,
here.
you don't want me to say that.
Of course I do, 100%, no doubt.
Well, who's accepting the apprenticeships?
I don't, like I said, I don't pay attention on the shop, so this is your
Well,
your
you should
position.
pay attention to your own.
Of course I do pay attention. So if you're asking me in my shop,
Well, I'm here, so I guess we should be specific.
okay, I thought you were just saying shops do this.
Well, and you are a shop.
Okay, so we're just talking about my shop, just to be clear.
Yeah,
I mean, you made it sound like you were talking about shops in general. It seems to be this, but if we're
shops in general, and shops in general includes your shop in general.
okay, so
More-
let's just be real specific.
Specifically
Let's
here.
first let's see if it's like, would you say it's not other shops necessarily that have a bunch of female apprentices? That's not what you were saying.
Say that one more time. I'm
You're
so sorry.
You're not necessarily saying that other shops have a bunch of female apprentices. Like, you're not claiming that.
No.
Okay.
I'm not saying
Okay.
a bunch of shops have a bunch of female apprentices.
Right.
Most shops have 1 female apprentice.
Okay, all right. So like, if there's a shop of 5 to 10 people, one of them is going to be female. That's kind of what you're saying. Like, it's not uncommon for that to be the case. I'm not saying.
You're starting already.
No, I'm not saying we're necessarily putting numbers on it. Like, you've looked up the statistics.
You just
or
asked to put numbers on it.
No. I'm just saying. Well, not technically. I'm not the one who put numbers on it. I'm not the one who's saying all female, all male. I'm not
You
claiming
just
any of
asked
that.
me to negate numbers.
Okay.
Into specific.
Okay, so let's say this. You're not talking about other shops clearly. I'm just trying to move
No, I'm
on
talking
from that.
about all shops. And only, by the way, which camera should I look into?
So
you
that
can-
one.
Yeah, you could do this one.
Personalized.
Yeah.
Over here?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not saying shops everywhere around the country.
Mm-hmm.
All I can do is see what, or all I can do is say what I see, and the
Correct.
only thing that I can see is something that's so very close.
Okay.
And so all I'm talking about is specifically within this county, because I don't know what's happening in Texas,
Okay.
or Montana,
Right.
Florida, or
Correct. Or another.
yeah, God bless everybody in Florida with their hurricane relief. All I can do is say what I see,
Mhm.
and the second I say what I see, I get the finger pointed at me like I'm hating. But all I'm doing is saying what I see.
Okay.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but all I can say what I see is what I see, and what I see is every shop in town has a couple apprentices. Cool. I've always had by the way, a problem with apprentices. Like, I'll never have an apprentice, personally, but that's my choice. I'm not saying, like, just because I choose that. doesn't mean that's the way to go.
Right.
I am nobody in this fucking game. Do what you must, handle fucking business. But what I can see is if a shop owner chooses to take on an apprentice, it's just so ironic that it happens to be, as far as Western civilization, an attractive female.
Okay.
And also, there's nothing wrong with an attractive female. I'm also not saying that. I'm not saying anything that's wrong with female. It's just happens to be so ironic that they're all attractive females. Hence my post. Now, in my post, I worded everything specifically. And I chose every single word, down to every letter specifically. Almost intentionally, waiting for hate. Waiting for someone to have something wrong with it.
But if something wrong with it isn't.
So what you're saying is females can't.
But something
be
wrong
an
with
artist?
it.
No.
Finding
Nope,
something wrong with
wasn't
what you
saying
said
that.
doesn't have to be hate. Like I found a lot wrong with what you said.
Okay.
So we'll get to that, obviously.
No, get to it right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. So, but that doesn't mean it's hate. Like I don't hate you
Yeah.
for it. I was never mad at you for it. It was
No,
never
but
a personal
it was
thing.
construed as hate because you said, and I quote your own words, instead of talking shit online, come and talk about it.
Okay.
Here I am.
So this post I'm talking about right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm not
How-
talking. I'm talking
how-
about this post specifically.
And how
I'm not saying this post is talking shit. I didn't. That's not what I was referring to. So we'll make that clear.
But
This
I'm
first
here
post.
I'm here
We'll get to that.
specifically for one Facebook post.
Yes, and some of the comments leading up to it we'll get to in a minute. But just regarding this one right now, I don't see any hate in this. I see a man's opinion, which is why I wanted to bring you in, because I am genuinely curious.
Oh,
I mean,
you're so fucking yeah.
so I'm just genuinely curious to find out what it is that you meant by this. Obviously, if you had somebody in mind, can you at least answer that? Like, did
Well,
you
I was
have?
talking about it, but you interrupted me.
Okay, go ahead.
There's nothing wrong with females. There's
Right.
nothing wrong with females, like on top of females, wanting to be an artist. There's nothing wrong with females being great artists.
Mm-hmm.
I was simply pointing out the irony that every single shop has a cute ass apprentice. That's
Okay.
all I said. Now, if anybody else after that wants to point out hate, or any type of he's just putting women down, or all I did was point out the irony. That's all I did was point it out. I didn't say that there was. I actually never said that there was anything wrong with it.
Okay.
But for some reason, people had found something wrong with it.
Which is pretty normal when you throw something out there that could be
Well,
controversial.
talk
I mean, I
about
get that,
sex
Right.
nowadays and like genders, and
Yeah.
I get that.
and I get that
And I
shit
get
all
that.
the time.
I was pointing
Yeah.
out the irony,
Mm-hmm.
which is fucking sharp irony, that the fact that every single shop has a pretty girl waiting to tattoo.
Okay. Why do you
It
think that
doesn't
is?
mean that pretty girl won't be able to
Right.
make a career
Sure.
and
You're
do
just
what
pointing
they
out the
want.
obvious.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect.
But pointing out the obvious nowadays, is this my camera?
Yes.
Pointing out the obvious nowadays, and here's my problem, and it has far more to do with women and pretty girls, and pointing out the obvious nowadays is a problem. I have a problem with that.
It's interesting. I mean,
I didn't do it. I didn't do anything.
What's
all I did was recognize it.
Right. What's
And
nice
the
is
fact
you're in a
that
room-
I recognized it and vocalized it.
what's
is
nice
now
is
a problem.
you're in a room now where we're all cool with it. Like we're all actually excited
hope
about it.
so.
Dude, super. I mean, so far we've been nothing but obviously cordial to you. You've been nothing but respectful so far to us. Every time we've ever met, you've been nothing but cool and respectful.
Absolutely.
So that's how we treat you.
6 years ago, I met you.
Yeah,
I came
100%.
for your opening here.
100%.
You know, did you come to my opening?
I didn't even know you had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea.
And so it's like I remember everything.
Yeah. And me too. I haven't forgotten either.
And
Which is why
it
I have you
does-
here.
It does get me into trouble, by the way, Josh.
Okay.
You know, as speaking my mind, and this is the thing, and it goes way deeper than pointing out, oh, pretty girls want a tattoo.
Sure, but-
that's what people hear.
Right.
Is like, is Andrew's saying like pretty girls can't tattoo. Okay.
No, nobody ever
I
said
get
that,
it.
and nobody's saying you said that.
Yeah. Well, they are.
Well, okay, maybe
You've
people.
seen it. You called me here for this post.
I didn't read everything that was on there. I only read
Well,
yours.
somebody at some point saw my post, right? And it was just a vague post.
Right.
Well, it's very specific
everything was-
enough. It's very
Well,
specific
everything
enough
was
for
very-
multiple
very
people to
much
send it to me.
calculated. And then with the CVS receipt of response.
Pretty normal.
Someone found a response to another person's response that I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and I quote, "There's one guy in town with 3. That's what made you text me, right?"
What made
It
me
sounded very familiar,
no,
I'm guessing.
I mean, if you want to get to that, we can get to that right now. You
well,
said
this is why I'm here.
so. Here's my
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Okay, perfect. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to get right to it. So you said these DB shop owners right now are slowly eliminating men
clarify
tattoos.
what DB
Sure,
means.
that's why you're here, because I'm going to ask.
Yeah,
Why? What is that?
douchebag.
Okay, so
That's
you.
what DB stands
Okay,
for.
so who are you talking about when you say these DB shop owners right now are slowly eliminating male tattooers in the future?
A collective of douchebag shop owners that will specifically only bring in cute girls to be, I think it was your word, and it's a made-up word. No, it wasn't a trainee.
A mentee.
Mentee. That's not a word.
No,
No.
that's not a word.
No, you made that up.
Okay, well then that sounds pretty genius to me. I like that word. Mentor and mentee.
Cool.
I dig it. So we'll make
And
up a
you
word
did
right
it,
now.
and I have no problems with
Great.
that. But like, oh, like bless these mentees. Well, who are these mentees, and why are they so cute?
Good question. So let's get to that.
Yes.
But first, before we
That's
get to
why I'm
that,
here, by the way.
before we get to that, I would just like to know who these DB shop owners are, because you're saying these DB shop owners right now are slowly, and we'll get to that too, eliminating men tattooers in the future.
Mhm.
Okay, so who are they? You said it.
Who are what? Locally?
Yeah. Who?
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
name
no
names,
idea.
dude. I'm here right now. Like, trust me. Like, my word is getting into trouble. I respect everybody.
I'm
I
not
respect
asking you to get in trouble.
Why I'm here right now? Because I respect you.
So then,
I'm down for a conversation.
For sure.
Right now. You want me to call out
you,
shops?
if you
you
no
want
no.
to
How about
help
this? Is it?
cancel-
Are you talking about me in our shop?
Like referring to our shop.
Specific.
No. But the CVS.
Am I included?
receipt, somebody.
Am I
said-
included?
You said. Hold on. You said multiple people have contacted you. That it sounds so familiar.
Off this post, of course.
Yes, and you pointed to your phone. So can you go read? You can read verbatim if you like, because it's right there. It's in the ether. You can. I said there's one in town, and through my
You did say that.
cordiality, I won't mention names.
Yeah, you did say that.
One has 3, and I don't think you still have 3.
No, I have way more.
But how did you know? How did you know I was talking about you?
No, I didn't, and that's why you're here. I didn't. I did assume, and
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
no,
Don't
no,
lie to
no,
me.
no. I'm telling you, I'm assuming. And then there was other things, and I'll bring
why
that
would
up.
you message me privately on an assumption? You knew exactly what I was
No,
talking
I'm talking about this first post. Your first post.
Uh-huh.
I was assuming because people sent it to me.
We want
It
to
was
keep it
about me.
vague and just be like.
No,
yeah,
I don't. I
just
want to be
followers.
specific. No, I want to be specific. I'm
We're here
asking
to
you to be
talk. Yeah.
specific, and you're not
You
doing
said
it.
let's have a genuine conversation.
And we are.
Okay.
Plus
That
a
doesn't
woman.
mean we're not going to disagree.
Plus one.
That doesn't mean we're going to not disagree. Of course we are. And doesn't mean I'm not going to feel different about you when you leave, or I will or won't, or you vice versa. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter 1 second to me.
No, I think it's fine. So that's why I'm asking okay, if you're talking about me being a douchebag owner, then I need to know that. That's what I'm asking you as a man.
Well, because the DB, and I get that. Then all of a sudden, and you should, because you're a good man, you feel offended that you might.
No. I take zero offense. Don't get me twisted. I don't take offense to it.
Well,
That's why you're here.
You called me.
Yeah.
So
No
so
offense.
You,
Don't worry about hurting
okay,
anybody's
so-
feelings. Promise
so,
you.
So you didn't get offended, but potentially.
No potential
Are you-
at all.
Do
at
I
all.
think you're a douchebag owner? Fuck no.
Okay. So
And
so
I
this.
I can see how you would get the fact that you would be lumped in to my vague statement.
This is not very vague, bro.
And
This is pretty specific. You've been
You
pretty
said-
specific. You're just
on
dancing
one
around
comment, after all the different ones, I made a vague statement.
it. Okay, so
And
let's
one,
ask this then.
One qualified. And
Let's
you're
stop
right.
being vague.
You're right. You fucking nailed it.
Stop being vague then. I mean, if it's not about us, then you could say that, and we can move on and start talking about these as just simply interesting issues, or just, let's say, we could talk about these in terms of where the industry's going, which could be fun.
There's not a second in you that can be like, fuck, man, he fucking hit the nail on the head, right?
Well, you kept referring to multiple shops, but then in the post you said one shop.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you
in
said one
town.
specific.
You just said one specific. So we're just
and I didn't
wondering.
name any names, right?
No, we're just wondering if you're like referring to us.
Well, the answer to your question is, and without saying anything, which I didn't,
Uh huh.
why did it line up?
No, I'm asking if you're referring to us because yes.
Well, of course.
Oh, okay, that's all. That's all we were just trying to get to. That answer.
Of course.
Yeah. So it makes sense for
But
us
I
to
had
ask
enough
you.
respect not to
here.
name names or throw you guys under the bus. I mean, here we are now.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, yeah. I mean, this is another purpose of my vague post.
Yeah.
That I said how ironic this is, and there's one shop that has fucking 3. Now, also, that doesn't mean you're a piece of shit.
Right.
It only means that I can see it and I go, what the okay, that's ironic that all 3 of the girl or the people that you want to teach how to tattoo happens to be hot.
Go ahead, Ailey.
So what I find ironic is that you have an issue, right? Or you're just pointing, not maybe you don't have an issue. You're okay with it, right?
Yeah.
But
I can
pointing
find my
out,
own issues.
yeah, but pointing out that our shop is female based, right? Apprentices.
Mm-mm.
Right?
It's not female based. It's owned by a man.
Yeah, I said female based apprentices.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, the shop owner's a male,
Mm-hmm.
but then
a very attractive
majority,
one, by the way.
majority,
Yeah, he
majority
knows it. That's why he takes so many pictures of himself.
of the people that work in here are female,
Hmm?
right? But then you also stated that you don't want to take.
This guy
on
follows us a lot.
But you don't want to take on any
We all do.
apprentices.
That's why you found my comment.
Okay,
No,
but
that
wait.
was sent to me. I didn't look at your shit. I don't watch your shit.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not a fan,
Anyways.
bro.
Hey, let's-
I'm not a fan of anybody. I don't watch people
Wait.
like that.
You're not a fan.
No. I'm not a fan of people. I don't sit
I'm
here
a
and
fan
watch.
of yours. What'd you just say?
Yeah, I know that. What I'm saying is, I'm not a fan. I don't go and watch people's stuff. I'm not the kind of person who sits there and
You're
watches.
lying to me.
No.
To my face.
100%, I'm not lying. I've never seen.
You do all of this, and you don't know what's going on.
I'm a
out there
producer. I'm a
underneath it?
creator. I'm a maker. I'm not a fucking watcher. I'm not a dude
It's
who
cool
sits
that you
there
can title
and
yourself that way.
and within minutes somebody sees my post. That's somebody who's obviously a fan, and I respect that. I have a lot of
Samesies.
people that are totally down.
Samesies. I just made a post, and you called me, didn't you?
Yeah, it was sent to me multiple times by multiple different people. So of course,
Seems ironic.
not me swiping through. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. And any of you do that, any of you guys that support us that way, I fucking appreciate you know that. Obviously, especially you guys that know us personally. But what I'm saying is, I'm not a fan. I don't sit there and watch people's stuff. So
Yeah, you do, dude. You're lying to my
okay,
face, man.
so I'm lying. All right, fine. I'm lying. You got that part. I'm lying. I
Are you
sit and
editing?
watch.
Are you clipping? Are you like?
No, we're not
No,
editing.
I'm showing.
Everything's live.
This is just camera back and forth. Yeah, we're not going to edit none of this.
That's what I asked of you too, by the way. I said unedited, unfiltered, unbiased.
course.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
have a conversation,
right
like you
as
said,
fuck.
as gentlemen would do.
100%.
And here we are.
Yes, perfect.
It
So
seems like you're upset right
no,
now.
I'm excited. Trust me. I'm not upset, and I'm not mad at you at all. Not even one bit. This is exciting to me.
Still lying.
Okay.
Okay, so anyways,
I'll get back to
let's
my
get,
point,
Yeah, let's
but I
get let's
just
get
had
to
a
our
question.
points. Let's get to our points
I
because
just
we're
had
going
a
to be
question.
specific. If you're calling us a douchebag, I just would like to know, as a gentleman.
I'm not calling you a douchebag.
You're-
I made a vague statement about the
It's not
DB
okay.
shop owners.
So you're
But
saying
you-
it's vague,
You
It
bro.
already
happened to
said you
align
were
with you
talking
guys.
about
Bro,
our
anybody
shop.
that can see this knows this is not vague.
I didn't talk about your. I said there's one guy specifically that had 3 that had no DB attached to it. So I mean, this is the thing with social media, man. Like everything's so vague, right? And so I make a vague statement about DB shop owners. Okay? I
No,
didn't say anything.
then you're saying it's not shop owners. Then you're saying it's us. Let's be fucking real, dude. Just be fucking real.
Have I not been the entire fucking goddamn time?
You're beating around to every bush we can. Let's just be specific. Like you're saying,
How
look.
the fuck am I beating around a goddamn
Okay,
bush, Josh?
so I'm gonna point that out. You would think that eager young men wanted to learn how to tattoo, and you
Yeah,
said
you would
no.
think, right?
Yeah, and there are eager young men who want
cool.
to learn.
Take them in.
Why should I have to? Why don't you?
He doesn't
I don't
want
want an
apprentices.
Okay,
And and 17 years ago, I knew that.
perfect. Okay, but so then why do I have to?
Take a eager young man?
Yeah,
No, I who said you had to?
no.
No,
Okay,
and who said that it's wrong? By the way, who said that I was talking shit? I never said that taking on 3 hot girl apprentices was wrong, by the way. I never said that. You can go look back in the feed. I never said anything was wrong about it. You had a problem with me saying
no.
just
I
the
have
fact.
no problem with you saying anything you want. I do have a problem with you if you're going to be saying that I'm the douchebag. Of course, I'm going to have a
I
fucking
didn't
problem
say
with
that you were a douchebag,
Okay,
though,
but
did I?
again, I'm just going to take it as face value. You're saying these
You're not
DB
taking
shop
it
owners.
at face value, though, Josh.
Okay, so then who you're talking about?
Shop owners.
Just in general.
From my local perspective and what I see.
So you said there's one
I've
female
already said
apprentice
this,
for
by the
most
way.
shops.
I said how ironic that it must
Yes.
be that everybody's hot.
So
wants a tattoo.
maybe you have similar standards to those owners, and you find them attractive. Maybe we don't all find them attractive. Maybe that's the case. Maybe they're not attractive girls. You're just seeing filtered photos.
What? Hence why I put the word attractive in quotes.
Oh, I thought you said that was because you're married.
No. In the post, attractive, as far as Western civilization goes.
Okay. So you're not necessarily saying they're attractive. You're just saying in general they're attractive. So
what most
so
people
would you be okay if they
would
were less
technically
attractive?
find attractive?
Would you be happy if they were less attractive? Would that be
It
less
wouldn't matter
ironic?
to me.
Would that be less ironic? Because you said
It wouldn't matter
ironic.
to me. Hey, instead of selfies, let me see some tattoos.
I post tattoos every day.
Yeah, we post tattoos all the time.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
most of the girls in here don't.
And I know you're right in between this, and by all means, like.
So most
with all
let's
due respect,
okay.
it's
Let's
not-
stay on
this
that.
isn't
Let's
about
stay on
you,
that for a
This isn't
second.
about him. This is about everyone.
Well,
Right.
okay, you
You're
keep
taking
saying that.
personal offense to it.
No. I'm not offended.
Which is ironic.
I'm not offended.
As well.
100%. I'm not offended. Trust me.
You just said that I called you a douchebag. Shop.
Did I say that's offensive? Did I say
No.
that? Did I say that
No,
personal?
you said it in your actions by asking me the next three
Okay, so you're
questions.
assuming things. All right, so let's go here. Let's just say it's not me.
I knew
You're not.
this was going to be a fucking bad idea, Josh.
No, this is a great idea.
I know.
Because
That's why I won't get up from this chair unless I'm kicked out.
okay, well that is a possibility, but I hope that doesn't happen. So let's get down to it then. What would make it less ironic is if the girls were less attractive.
Ugly people.
Okay, so just ugly people. Obviously, you don't mean that.
Josh.
I mean, Josh is.
He pointed
Don't raise your hand.
Look, the next apprentice just raised his hand. He's waiting for an opportunity. He's waiting, but he's out here fucking putting wires and shit, and this poor guy.
So
Poor
let me-
guy.
It's an
let- wait,
opportunity,
let
but
me-
he's not hot enough
Really?
to
Okay, let me
sit in
explain.
this chair, right?
Really?
Yeah, I've been here over a year though.
No, I know.
I didn't start here. So I also started taking out the trash, helping him with his recordings, doing all the grunt shit work. I was shop bitch, okay?
Which we don't use that term, but
Sorry.
Haley can.
Yeah, I named
but we
it,
don't
okay?
do
But
that.
that's what I felt like, right? Shop bitch, okay? So I think I consider myself a good looking person. That has nothing to do with my
Good for
ability
you.
to work
Yeah.
or like the hard work that I put in. That has nothing to do with it. I'm a hard worker and I work for what I want.
I've never said that pretty girls can't
No,
work
but
hard.
listen. No, I didn't. I didn't say you said that.
No,
at
but you're
all.
pointing out that
But-
that some
Hold on,
troll,
she was
ugly
saying
apprentice wannabe
She was saying something.
is standing behind the camera,
But
and
she was just
and
saying
he's not in
something
front
and
of the
you
camera.
interrupted her.
Yeah, I did. You're absolutely
And I'll
right.
be a dick if I do.
This
but
is
you
100% my show, and if I want to jump in and say something, I'm going to do it. So what I'm saying is, you
can't.
got
Message received loud and clear.
you got Josh back here, and he wants to learn to tattoo, but he's not attracted enough to be sitting here, is what you brought up. But Haley's sitting here.
No, only because he raised his hand. When I said ugly people,
Yeah.
he raised his hand. He knows, and I'm so sorry, and you're not ugly, but he thinks
What
he
the
is.
hell?
No,
Josh,
he thinks
come on.
he's ugly. So I was like,
The beard's
"What?" You
not.
said, "What would make a difference?" Then I said, "Ugly people." I didn't ask for that, by the way. I just met you an hour ago. He raised his hand. I don't think you're ugly, by the way.
Well, that was just the.
Yeah, but he was
He
like,
was just
"Hey, what
joking.
about
Yeah,
me?"
we
so
like to
it was
joke.
almost a
I was just
perfect
joshing around.
example of my vague representation of just what I see. Now I'm nothing. I'm nobody to say how it is or what it is. All I can do is say what I see.
Okay, well then,
And nowadays it's like I just said what I see. That's it. Asshole.
I've never said that about you. Nobody here has said that about you. Nobody's claiming that about you.
Oh, but it's steered in a certain direction.
Well, I mean, we can
I
assume.
know why I came here, by the way.
We can assume. Okay, why don't you tell me why?
Well, you guys wanted to throw me under the fucking bus. You posted story. I don't know about all this shit like stories and all this stuff. But you posted you screenshotted my post and like, oh, we got a special guest and here's this guy fucking talking shit pretty much on women. I know you didn't say that.
I never
but-
said that.
Yeah, but that you know why you posted it, and it's because hey, let's fucking shun this guy under the fucking.
I don't think-
because this guy thinks that women can't tattoo or something like that.
Whoa.
And
But
I'm
he
like,
didn't say anything like that.
that
He
was
just
not where I was going
he
with
just
it at all.
reposted your post that was public. So you posted your post to the public on Facebook, and then he just reposted your post and said that we're gonna have
oh, and,
you on
and,
here.
and totally. And every time you post something, it should be shareable. So I'm not
Yeah.
mad that you reposted.
Well, and I only reposted it after
But
you
we got
agreed
a
to
special
come in.
guest. Let's argue against
Bro,
this guy.
I
That's
only-
pretty much what you're
I
saying.
only posted
hey,
that-
check out these posts. Let's argue against it.
I only posted that once you agreed to come on the show, and so that you would have an opportunity to say something about it. I wasn't putting you on the spot,
And here I am.
and I never once said your name until you agreed to be on the show. So it's not like I was doing it.
Tag me in the fucking post.
Of course, so that you know that what I posted. Of course, I'm going to tag you in it.
Yeah.
And I respect that you're here, and I'm glad that you're here, and I think this is great.
Man,
I
thank
have
you.
no
Thank
problem
you
with
for
that.
having me. I'm sorry it's
Right.
getting heated already.
No.
but, like,
No.
I knew this was going to happen.
I think this is, to me, I think this is great. Actually, I think this
I
is
do
good
too, man.
because people get
And
to see this.
This shit needs to happen more.
100%. Cool.
Okay.
So let's just keep going with it and see where it takes us.
100%.
So my point is,
Can I smoke in here?
no, definitely not. But if you want to take a break, you're more than welcome to.
It's fine.
So when you came in here, and were right away kind to us, and obviously spreading the
Absolutely.
love.
I was raised
Yeah,
by it.
and we come from the same place. I think you would agree that it was absolutely returned to you, right? I mean, you don't necessarily have to get kisses from us to know that we're being respectful to you.
Please
but
don't ever kiss me. Joe.
I'm not down. I'm not down with that stuff. So it's not my thing.
You as well.
But what
Please
I'm I'll tell you the only reason why I actually responded to you at all, because like I said, we technically brought this up totally with nothing but privacy. We never bashed anybody. We brought this up in a morning meeting, your post, because it's something that these
You
girls.
had a morning meeting about me?
No.
No,
We had a
morning
morning
meetings.
meeting as usual, and I brought
And
this
I
up.
was involved in your morning meeting.
Actually, no, your post. I didn't say anything about you.
My post means me.
Okay, sure. So the words you said, I brought into the meeting because
You had
as
a meeting about my post.
no.
That's
I had a meeting.
insane to me.
Okay, sure. So I'm teaching these people, anybody who wants to learn from me, all of my apprentices. I'm teaching them.
What'd you call them again?
I'm teaching them to be.
Your mentees?
Yep, my mentees.
Mentees.
As a professional as possible. That's very important to me. Matter of fact, you can ask any one of them here. The first thing I say to them is exactly that. That I'm going to do my best. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. I've never claimed to be. But you're going to be as professional as possible, and I'm going to teach you to be. That's the most important thing to me, is to be as professional as possible. So your post, considering that many people messaged me this post, and it was obviously directed
Who
towards us.
messaged you, by the way?
Well, that's none of anybody else's business. I can
But
show you
you
afterwards.
just mentioned it. So
Yeah, I can-
You just put it live.
I'm not
going
gonna
to
throw them out
when
there.
I ask about it, it's nobody's business.
I'm not going to throw them out there. I'm not going
But
to
you're
throw them out
also
there.
not saying the names of the shops, so you're doing the same. You're
Yeah.
not throwing anyone under
But I'm also
under
just
the
being
bus, so
respectful.
we're not going to do that either.
Well, no, I'm not throwing them out there because that's none of anybody else's business. But if you
Yeah.
want to see it afterwards, I can show you. 100%. They screenshot it and sent it to me. I'm not.
This sounds like you.
What do you mean?
No, they sent. This sounds
What's
like
wrong
he's
with
talking
that?
about you.
And what's wrong with that?
Exactly.
What's wrong with doing that?
Exactly. What's wrong with me even saying something? The fact that it aligned with something that you felt personal. You felt personally attacked.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just explain what we talked about during that morning meeting, because people are probably actually now wondering, like, morning meeting definitely wasn't
Don't
about
worry
you.
about these comments, by the way. This is a.
Well, no, these comments are important to me. This is my community, and I
Yeah, and
respect
you-
all of them. And some of them it's your community, so I
Yeah,
respect
no,
it.
it's just your community.
I don't know. I mean, there's people on here obviously
Nah,
that know
you
you.
posted, man. This is all your. This is
Okay, sure, I'll own it 100%. Although I'm
Yeah.
sure there's plenty of people on here with
Yeah.
nothing but love for you.
huge.
So,
comment.
with our morning meeting, which we do regularly, had nothing to do with coming in here and talking about anybody specifically. It was literally bringing up a post, which you guys have now seen, bringing up a post that was a good way for me to show, the people that I'm apprenticing, especially because a lot of them are female, and I have no
A
problem
lot
with
of
that.
them.
Yeah.
Do you have a
lot.
male?
Josh, don't
friend?
fucking raise your hand. Jesus.
No, not yet. Sorry, Josh.
Don't raise your hand.
No one can see Josh, by the way.
Don't raise your hand.
No one can see Josh. He's a male.
Yeah.
But do you have a male apprentice, and have you ever?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Plenty
Where's
of
he
them.
at?
Well,
Is he doing good now?
we can talk about those at a totally different time. But no,
No,
they're not.
I just asked the question.
No,
Let's
no,
talk
no,
about it
no,
right now.
no.
Do you have a male
We're not going to
apprentice?
change topics. What I'm going to do is let people know.
This is the topic.
Okay. So
Well, he wasn't showing up. I'll say it.
how about this? Yeah, he wasn't. He
He wasn't
definitely
reliable
wasn't
and wasn't showing up. He
But
wasn't
let me
putting
let
in
me
the
explain
time.
to you guys about the morning meeting really briefly. So the morning meeting was simple. We do it every other
2
week,
weeks.
and it's really important for me to teach these people how to be professionals. So in doing so, we brought up this post just because it's something that especially females are going to have to deal with. This isn't the first time I've heard things like this or came up with, let's say, ran into things that in regards to somebody else's opinions, whether they're positive or negative, about female apprentices or tattoo artists, or really female, let's say, females entering a male-dominated industry. So what I'm going to say about that is this: why I brought it up. With girls entering, let's say, and it is almost everywhere I go, it's almost never dominated by females in a shop, although that can happen. It's something they're going to have to learn how to respond to. And I think the best way to respond to it is simply, giving it no attention. Don't respond to it. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it be something that you consider. Because here's exactly why I brought it up, and why I say it that way. One of my last apprentices, female. Don't throw anything at me. A female. She comes in here, she wants to learn, and one of the first things she had mentioned, which I respected, but I had to kind of set her straight and letting her know how I felt about her response was, she said she really liked the shop because it's female oriented and she feels more comfortable with it. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to let her know right now
That's sexist, man.
That I wanted to tell her right now. Well, she's also like 4'11", and
wait, that does what? Why would that matter?
Okay, sure, no, wouldn't matter. So let's forget about her height and her size and the fact that she feels really comfortable in a female.
Don't describe what she looks like, because
so
that wouldn't matter, right?
She feels really comfortable in a female-oriented environment. So she came to me and told me I like that it's female-oriented, and I told her right away, look, this isn't a place that I'm opening and running because I'm trying to make it female, or that it's like some feminist thing or some feminine power or some. Don't get me twisted and think that. I don't give a shit what you look like, what your size is, what your weight is, what your sex is. I fucking don't care. I could care less whether you're a customer, whether you're an apprentice, whether you're an artist, whether you're a friend, whether you're a co-host. I don't fucking care. That doesn't register at all. Now, am I going to admit?
Hence the irony that I view of everything that you just said. Hence the irony that they all kind of look the same.
I don't think any of us look the same.
That's your opinion.
All,
I mean, that's
actually.
your opinion, and you're allowed to have it, but they don't look the same at all. They don't
I
act
have
the same.
same eyes as everybody else.
But well, that's definitely not true. I mean, I think everybody has different opinions on what is attractive or not attractive, or what people look like or not look like. I mean, yes, there's a lot of females, but I don't see what the point is of bringing up that they all look alike. Although
other than the absolute irony
of
that they all look alike.
Really? I mean, who cares? Okay, so what's wrong with that? It's nothing, right?
No, but you just said like they don't all look alike, but
what
they
the fuck, dude?
do.
They don't.
I don't think we look alike at all.
Okay.
I'm not talking about you.
You mean me looking like them?
No. You made this podcast for you to take the brunt of everything that I've noticed here in town. Don't think that I'm just talking to you right now. I'm talking to everybody.
Sure. So, but I'm not worried about them, nor interested necessarily concerning that.
There you go, guys.
Whatsoever.
He said it first.
Said what?
That you don't care or worry about anybody else here in town.
I'm not concerned about what they're doing with their business. It has nothing to do with me. Why would I be concerned about that?
Because you're a part of this industry that used to lie heavy in camaraderie.
And why do you think you're here? Is this not
because
camaraderie?
You wanted to throw me under the bus.
That is not at
sort
all.
Of
that is not it at all.
Women can't tattoo or something.
It's not throwing you under the bus.
And plus,
I've
never said that. 100%, I've never said that.
No, I know you construed it in all your recent your face and your posts. You're like, look at this guy.
Okay, so I don't know why you feel that way necessarily, but you're entitled to do so. Okay.
I mean, am I absolutely just coming out of left field with that?
Yeah, I 100% think so, for sure.
Then agree to disagree.
So what have I told you is my biggest bone to pick with you in regards to these posts so far? What have I brought up? Only one thing.
No,
the rest of it you brought up.
How ironic it is that I mentioned there's a shop owner in town with 3.
No, that's not. I don't care about that. I could care less, dude.
That's why
I believe it was the douchebag.
That's not why. I've already told you multiple times why, and you won't address it.
Address what?
Your post about.
I've addressed
Would you like me to read
the
it?
last 40 fucking minutes,
so,
Josh.
So plenty of people are watching this, obviously, and let's just say we could get straight to the point so that they could hear it.
There is.
It's look. I'm not coming here to put you on the spot. You agreed to come here.
No, you didn't go anywhere. I'm coming here.
Okay, so 0 effort on our end to do this. This is all about you.
Oh my God, Josh.
Listen.
What are you doing, dude?
Listen. Andrew,
what are you doing, man?
These DB shop owners right now are slowly eliminating, and there's 2 parts to this, so I want to get to it. If we can get past these DB shop owners, and you are saying plural, of course, but that's
there's multiple shops in town.
Yes. So what my question is, how are they douchebags if they have female apprentices? How does that make somebody a douchebag?
Look at me in my eyes and don't for a second try to lie to me about why you think I would say something like that. As a man.
Okay, I'll tell you right now. You're calling me a douchebag shop owner. 100%.
Is that what you think? Because I haven't done
It's
that.
exactly what you're pointing to on
then
this.
hence the highlight of your insecurities. I never said that once. But you feel, and this is why you called me here, that you felt personally attacked. And your own insecurities made you feel that you needed to call me out here to talk with your little fucking group.
Matter of fact, what I'll be honest with is obviously we do have some history, me and you together, right? And I respect.
We have zero history.
Okay, zero history. So we don't know each other at all. Not at all.
I mean, I gave you just shy of south of $1,000 for a benefit for you. Because,
which I remember.
Because my heart weighed heavy 6 years ago.
And I remember.
And you never came and said hi or thank you for that. Okay? Since then, I came to your shop opening, and I sat in here, and I was a good man, and I was very friendly to everybody, and congratulated you on your endeavors.
And I absolutely appreciated that. What would you
Well,
like?
thank you for saying that now.
What would you like me to have done otherwise?
Shake my fucking hand.
So I never shook her hand.
No.
Okay, so this is where the problem comes from.
Yes.
Okay, so
and I quote, "This is a gentleman conversation." We're both raised to be gentlemen, correct?
Sure, that's
fucking act like one, man.
Okay, so what would you like me to do?
I've done nothing but fucking be good to you, man.
Okay, and have I said that you've done anything wrong to me? Have I claimed that at all?
Yeah. Why I'm sitting in this fucking chair right now.
Okay, so you feel like I'm attacking you.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yes.
Okay, so all attacking aside, let's put it this way.
No. You can't say you feel like I'm attacking you. All attacking aside.
All right,
you're
right.
You can't
no, it's a good point. That's a good point.
Switch the conversation.
That's a good point.
That quick.
What I'm saying is, you feel that I'm attacking you. Okay.
No. Well, I mean, yes.
Yes, of course.
You totally are, but don't think for a second that it matters to me.
Okay, so what I'm hoping to do, what I'm hoping that happens between this, is for you to explain this, and we can say our opinions too, of course, and you don't
This
even
is
have to.
what we're doing fucking live. I wanted to talk to you without all this fucking bullshit, all these cameras. Look at, you got already, and then you got all these fucking things. It's like, it used to be just a conversation between two men. But look at what we got to do now.
That's
we got to do
interesting.
this. Is this my camera?
Yeah, sure is.
Look at what we're doing now. And it's not even really your fault. You're just the culprit of it. This is how we communicate.
What's wrong with doing this? What's the matter with doing it this way?
It takes the severity of authenticity away. The second you press record on a camera, you're not yourself anymore, ever. This is why they call them actors.
Interesting, because I actually think the opposite. I think it's pretty cowardly for people not to share opinions, especially publicly, and how they feel because they're afraid of what.
I did share an opinion publicly,
100%.
and apparently there was the problem with it.
And
apparently it was just through text
so,
on a platform
so then why do we have
Facebook.
why do we have to do it through Facebook? Why do people have to text? We could do the same
why
thing.
do we have to do it live?
Well,
what was wrong with my post, and what's better with your
nothing. They're the same.
platform?
You used a platform. I'm using a platform. It's the
There
same
we
thing.
go.
We're doing the same thing.
So why do I feel that you're trying to back me into a fucking corner? I came here on my own terms, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
With nobody else.
And
ready for a conversation.
And we're both
I
glad
feel
you
like,
did.
Like since the second, I was here 2 hours before your lights were ready and shit like that. But I feel immediately the second the fucking cameras were rolling, that you're backing me. Look at the way both of you are looking at me right now. I feel backed into a fucking corner.
I'm just making eye contact.
I'm
'cause it's
literally-
a
No, I
respectful thing when you're
I'm
talking.
so sorry.
Like,
I'm talking to John. You're just right there.
I'm literally just trying to talk to you and get to the point
because
of all
I'm
this.
passionate about this, because I care about everything that I've ever worked for in my entire life. This is all I have, is tattooing. All I have. This is it. It's not a fucking show. It's not a fucking podcast. It's not a fucking selfie. It's nothing. This is all I have, and I've spent every single second of my goddamn life to prove that to anybody, and people still want to talk shit. And you know what? To be honest with you, I don't really care. Apparently I'm here, so I do.
Well, I would say you care enough to make a Facebook post and then not like that I do it on a video, but
And
you
then
do it
there
on
he
text.
goes. Man, that was almost like a fucking cool moment that we could have shared together, but yeah.
Well,
Apparently you do enough to make a Facebook
this whole
post.
thing could be that. This whole thing could turn into that. And I'm totally cool with that happening too.
No, man. You can somewhat understand. You have plenty of distractions. There's fucking confetti on the goddamn ground. But this is all I got, man.
Okay.
And I hold it dear.
Okay, so you're
Dear to me.
bringing that up. What is something that I'm doing
It's
that
more
would?
important to me than it is to you. And
That's a very big assumption.
100%. I was about to say that. all I can go off of is what I see, and that's not my fault.
So
by the
why
way.
do you assume that?
Because there's fucking confetti on the ground and lights and cameras.
So that makes
all the
it.
things that I don't do.
So that okay. So you don't do it that way. So that means what? Just because you don't do it that way means what?
It means that's who I am. And
Okay.
this is who you are. Great.
Cool. And so
Yep.
what's the problem with that exactly? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Why'd you call me here? What is the problem?
I've already told you
Yeah.
multiple times.
You
One
thought,
specific reason.
You thought that I was talking shit
Yeah.
online.
And I'm
about
asking.
you.
And now I'm asking. It's that simple.
I just answered it fucking 26 minutes
Technically, never answered it. If you're because you're saying.
ago. Oh, let's leave it up to the fucking comments, man. I
Well,
answered it 26
okay.
fucking goddamn minutes
So
ago.
I'll bring it up again. You said these DB shop owners, which is plural. I get it. But what I'm saying is seems like a very specific post, and wondering if you're talking about me, and then we can talk from there and wonder like why are you calling them first off DB shop owners just for having females in them? I'm not sure where that's coming from.
Hence the irony.
There's nothing ironic about it. You're saying shop owners
How about this?
who have apprentices that are females, and that's a problem.
How about this? Men are douchebags. Biologically.
You think so?
We're fuck yeah, dude. You're a dude, right?
Just all
I'm
men.
a man.
Pretty much. I'll make the brush. I get to because I'm a dude, right?
I guess. I don't think all men are douchebags.
Not at all. Not even
Like,
not even fucking
yeah.
close. Not even close. But that's your opinion, and you're
Well, I was
obviously
gonna
here
get
to share
started
it.
on something, but yeah, you keep interrupting. Like it seems like you want to keep force building yourself into any type of responsibility for any type of thing that I vaguely said. You took it personally. That's not my fault. The fact that you took it personally
I'm not
means
okay. Cool.
that I kind of fucking got you, didn't I?
Look, because I have respect for you, and I've met
No,
you
you
multiple.
don't, dude. Don't
Okay,
fucking
sure,
lie to me, dude.
sure. I'm only bringing you on here for show. I'm only bringing you on here.
Oh, you're bringing on here for your fucking. I mean, you said yourself before we went live. Oh my God, how many? Like, there's never been this many followers. Of course, you would want whoever the fuck I am on your fucking.
The more people that watch, the better. What's wrong with that?
Oh my God, dude.
I don't know. I'm just not sure where you're going with that.
I
So my
don't know
point
where
is,
you're going with fucking anything.
okay.
either.
So I get it. You don't agree
No,
with
you
my.
don't, dude.
You don't agree with my cameras. You don't agree with what I'm doing. You're saying you don't agree.
Fucking retarded, Josh.
Andrew,
I can't
you
even believe I fucking came here.
Andrew, you don't
I'm so
have.
excited.
You don't have to be here, but I am glad you're
I
here.
know. You don't need to tell me.
So if you want to leave, bro, you could leave at any time. But I'd rather you
Cool.
stay.
That means you won, right?
So no,
Everybody
dude,
like,
no.
"Oh, we're
It's
gonna
not
walk
about
away."
fucking winning, bro. It's not about winning. That's not what this is about at all.
It's just a conversation.
How about this? Let's go here, since we've tried to get to some of the specifics, but let's just eliminate some of the questions.
Dude, I fucking don't like you guys.
Okay, that's cool. So, do you want to leave, Andrew?
Nope.
Because you can say you can leave,
I don't like most people around me, but
Okay.
I
But you don't like
I
us.
shall stick around.
but you don't like us.
You've been very nice. I'm sorry.
So
Hey,
me-
You know what? I take that back. I don't not like you guys, but I don't like the world that we're living in right now. That we got to do stuff like
See,
this.
now
to
we
have
can
an
get
actual
to it.
Conversation.
So this is an actual conversation.
There you go.
We can
Keep going.
absolutely
Ask
get to
me
this.
questions.
100%.
If I go off on my own, I'm going to be an asshole, and I'm sure the comments are like, "This guy's such a fucking asshole and misogynistic."
Who cares what they think?
Well, you do.
I actually do.
That's why they're fucking. Look at them.
I do actually
You care what they
genuinely
say.
care what people think to an extent, but
Yeah.
that doesn't change what
Well-
I'm fucking doing. I do what I want to do regardless of what people think
Well,
about
then
it.
why post this live, Josh?
Because I'm trying to grow my business.
You
100%.
You
That's it.
definitely care what people think about you.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
didn't
good.
say
That's a
yeah,
good
of
thing.
course I do.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned about
It's
what my
very
apprentices
healthy.
think
Yeah,
about me,
it's
what my
healthy
children
to-
think of
to-
me.
To care about how you're viewed.
100%. I think it's really important.
I couldn't agree with you.
Okay, so let's say we're not getting anywhere with talking about these specifics, although you posted it on a platform and I'm responding to it on my platform, giving you a chance to talk with me about it.
Look at it. It's like, no, it's
So let's talk about.
success.
I was asking him to turn up the air
No,
because
I-
I'm cold.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. I wasn't. That was nothing more.
Yeah. So we obviously, me and you, I think we have a lot in common, and I think we've shown nothing but respect to each other. You disagree, but
100%.
Yeah. Okay. So it would be interesting to me to find out what your opinions are about, like what you just said about the way the industry is going, or about the way the world is. Like, what is? Because I'm obviously, we're here now, and some of that is in regards to what we're doing here. So what were you thinking about when you brought that up? Like, what does that mean? I'm not sure.
When I brought that up.
The world, you don't like.
And you know what? This is a lot for me.
Okay.
I just unloaded. And so I do apologize. This might be a lot for people. Which
No,
camera is
man,
mine?
no, trust me.
Okay. I do apologize. It's just, this has been built up for the... COVID did a lot.
Dude, I don't think...
This has been built up for a long
I
time.
could probably...
And we all see it, and I know you guys see it too. Maybe not all the commentators, but like 2 or the 3 ones that know what I'm talking about. Those are the thumbs up that matter.
Right. So let me...
So I do apologize. I was a little aggressive there, wasn't I?
No, I don't think it was too aggressive. I think it was just fine, and it was real. And I think...
This is just how I talk.
Look, Thaxter, this is what I'm going to say. This is why I do this.
Please say Andrew.
And Andrew, I like...
Thank you. It's only
Totally
a person.
fine.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Andrew, look, one of the main reasons why I like doing this and why I get excited about this, because this is exciting for me. Actually, every week I look forward to this. And I'll tell you why. Because it's a chance for me to connect with people, and it does matter. It matters enough for people to message me, and even the girls that join me on these lives. It gives them a chance to message me and say how they really feel. And most of the time that response is really fucking positive. Almost actually every time.
So the people that responded to you, and the irony of it lining up, that I might have been talking about you.
Might have.
The people, like you said, like I've had quite a few people message me. Did they have anything nice to say about me?
They didn't say anything about you. They just said, have you seen this? They're just posting.
Meaning...
They
I'm not
assumed it was
stupid,
about
by
me.
the way.
They assumed it was about me, so they're sharing it
and
with me.
so did you.
After multiple people...
And why wouldn't it be? It's obvious that...
Okay,
that-
because it's obvious, that's why, exactly.
I told you, it was 15 and a half minutes ago, I told you that it was about you. So, yeah.
Okay, so it is about me.
But
And
at least I was cordial
Cool.
enough. I mean, here we are, but like I at least had enough respect. I said in my quote, the cordiality in me won't name names, but one guy in town has 3, and I don't think you still do. By the way, I think you used to have 3 female apprentices. 3, not 2 chicks and 1 dude, not 2 dudes and 1 chick.
yeah.
But ironically,
Why do you think
and
that
it's
is?
not your fault. But
No, but why do you think that is?
Well, because men like to be surrounded by pretty women.
I fucking sure do. That's
Yeah.
for sure. But why do you think that all the girls...
You just,
Okay.
done.
I'm saying, yes, that's true to me. Of course I love to
No,
be
I
surrounded
get
by
it.
women.
I'm not saying it's a, like, I don't, like, why? No, I fucking totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
But pointing out the irony in it.
What's ironic?
Makes-
I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. What's ironic about it? It's ironic that they're all
I'm not gonna
women.
do that. What do you mean, what's ironic about
What's
it?
ironic about the fact that...
I've said it fucking 7 times.
Okay, so help me understand then. What's ironic about the fact that it's...
It's 3 pretty girls.
It's more than that.
It's right there.
So,
When I say one guy has 3
Okay,
pretty girls
okay, so-
apprentice, the irony isn't absorbs into that statement.
okay, so then I'll assume...
So I
that
don't need to point it out.
what the
specifically.
irony is anything other than they're attractive. Let's say, for example, like one of your
Well,
posts...
why wouldn't you want that? I get it, bro. By the way,
You think? Do you think
why
I
wouldn't-
care?
If
Hold
I
on.
took apprentices off, or if I took why wouldn't I?
I think
want
it's actually a
pretty
real,
girl. Good God, dude,
and I
that
think
would
it's a
be
really
amazing.
great compliment actually to all the ladies that work here. So much respect to that.
take
that
it.
Well, I
yeah,
put it in
100%.
quotes. That's
Yeah.
up to everybody's depiction.
Okay, but you're saying societal standards, they all meet that, so
Yep.
that's great. So you ladies, fucking win for you. Let me ask you this: you're saying it's ironic, and you're saying that
I can't smoke in here.
no smoking in here. But let me ask you this, Andrew: what would be the problem with it at all? Nothing, right? That's what you're kind of assuming. There's no problem with it. It's just ironic. That's it. It's that simple. Okay.
No, there's a problem, but like, yeah.
Okay.
Well, now, hold on. It's not necessarily like there's a problem with it, but the irony in itself creates the problem, and it stems off from there. I mean, the fractals that come off of the irony, it might entail a problem.
Well, let's
in
go
the
ahead
future.
and let's involve Haley on this. So
And by the way, like we've talked about one post. Would you like to talk about any of my other posts?
for
ever?
now, we can eventually. I would have you on again, and we can do
That
that.
would be fucking
100%.
interesting, wouldn't it?
We could talk about all
The way
kinds
I'm
of.
glorifying everybody else, but no, let's just focus on the fact that maybe this guy was shunning pretty women. Oh, let's just talk about that.
I'm
Not
never,
everything else that I've ever done in my entire life. Let's just focus on the fact that you think that pretty girls aren't able to tattoo, right?
What? No. Okay, so maybe you genuinely think that that's
I
where I'm
know
going with
I'm
this,
here.
dude. I'm not at all trying to be like getting Andrew to say that pretty girls can't tattoo.
Can't get
That's
me to say anything.
no. I'm not trying to do that. That's not my intention at all.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask Haley this: Haley, why would you say, with your honest opinion, why do you think that there's a bunch of female apprentices in here? Right, there's actually, I guess it's kind of weird to count, but there's more than 3.
Yeah. There's a lot of us.
Why is there mostly female apprentices in there?
It's just how it's worked out. So I've been here over a year, and Josh, that walked in a few weeks ago, is the first male that I've ever seen walk into the shop and ask for apprenticeship since I've been here. Mm-hmm. So it's always been female. I came on my own choice. It's not like you've reached out to us.
Andrew,
asking.
Do you want to take a smoke break real quick?
For us.
We kind of.
No, I'm eager to learn.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. But it's not like you came to us and asked us to work here. Everyone's just been random walking the door like, hey, I really want to work here. I like what you guys are doing. I've known you for a long time, and I like the tattoos you do, so I wanted to learn by you.
So with my first apprentice, the first person that was in there, what brought her to me? Like, did I search her out? I mean, I don't know if you know the whole story, but was I searching her out? Was I putting a post out? I mean, it's not like it was intentional. Right?
Yeah, no.
Just whoever comes in and makes the cut and works.
Yeah.
Now, you could say, go ahead, Andrew.
It's not your fault, man.
It's because I'm good looking.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yep.
It's because I'm attractive.
Yep.
Which makes them attractive.
It's magnetizing.
Right. And I think that's fucking.
I'm not gay. You're a fucking hot dude.
Dude, I 100%.
And why wouldn't women flock to you?
I agree.
Looking for an opportunity, and that's fine. God bless that. But it's the selection that's ironic.
Well,
interesting.
My selection was because
is he not
I've known
an attractive
him.
Male?
Well, my selection was because I've known him for 12 years, and he's been tattooing me, and I'm heavily tattooed, and he's done majority of them. Both of my arms are completely covered by him.
You developed a bond.
So
regardless of his looks, you developed a bond.
It had nothing to do with his looks. We have a good friendship,
that's why I said regardless of his look, you guys developed a bond.
Yeah.
And I totally get that. I mean, I'm an ugly motherfucker. So, I've developed bonds and too, where it's like I trust you, and like if anybody was to teach me the ways, it must be you.
Yeah, well, because if I'm obsessed with the tattoos he does on me, doesn't it make sense for me to learn from the person that I love his art?
100%.
Right. So that's why I came to him and wanted to learn. I'm like, why would I go to anyone else?
Yeah, exactly. And I totally understand that.
Yeah.
So
the 2 other girls.
So going from Peach in the beginning, she walked in. Actually, a friend of mine said,
Peach?
"Hey, this."
What's her real name?
Brittany.
Okay, there you go.
So
let's call her Brittany.
I'm gonna call her Peach. That's her shop name.
Yeah.
So she comes in and she.
You guys talk fucking shop names.
Yeah. 100%.
We have nicknames.
Cool.
So
teach your own.
Haley picked her own.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Peach comes in, and the reason why she walked in through the door is because a friend of mine had, and this is actually really, kind of fun to put on camera because maybe some people don't know, is she came in from a friend who had said, hey, this girl wants to learn how to tattoo. Are you taking on apprentices? I had just opened. So much business was walking through the door, and so far, nobody's here to help me out. So I thought, okay, cool. There's an opportunity for somebody else to learn. I've never necessarily taught somebody, especially in this shop yet. So I looked forward to it because I like challenges, I like hard shit, and teaching somebody is very fucking difficult, which is maybe even some of the reasons why a lot of people don't take on apprentices. So Peach comes in, and it wasn't even like a week later. A girl who had been following me.
Apparently, people are already threatening my shop, saying I know where it is and better stop, or else basically people saying that I'm on drugs or drunk.
This is on Facebook. Is this like?
I knew
personal?
this was a fucking bad idea.
Well, I don't think anybody should be threatening anybody, and I don't condone that in any way. So if anybody's doing that, obviously
I was a little aggressive. But
they can. No, bro, come on. There's nothing. You haven't said or done anything yet.
I knew this was gonna throw me under the bus and like this cancel culture, like.
Dude, we're not canceling anybody.
No, I know, not you guys,
right?
But.
Well, we can't help what the audience does, right?
Yeah, you can. You're filming it.
Okay, so then we can help them. One way we can help them is showing an honest dialogue between 2 people who disagree on something. And we obviously disagree on something. And I think it's great that we're doing this. I think it's healthy. I think it's good for people to see and see that. Andrew, why do you keep saying it's bad?
I'm getting texts like, hey, this is not good. I told you shouldn't do this. I have a following too, Josh.
Yeah, no, 100%. I haven't been paying attention to any comments.
And everybody told me don't do this. Everybody did.
What made you want to?
Me.
Good, and I respect you for
I
that.
had something to say.
Cool, and
it doesn't work out.
So you have something to say. Now's your time to say it.
I said it fucking a week ago on the post, and here we are.
So that's it. I kind of feel like there's more you want to say or we want to get into, but
apparently anything that I say is controversial, and I'll be put into a corner where
No, man, there's nothing wrong with being controversial.
piece of shit. They know where my shop is. It's a fucking goddamn private shop.
I have no idea who you're talking about or what they're saying, but
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know
all
where your
good.
shop is.
This is the fucking problem with modern day society. This live feed fucking bullshit. This is toxic as fuck. This is not who we're supposed to be as people. This shit. Which camera? This one? Thank you for pointing. This is toxic.
You think so?
Yes.
That's interesting.
100%.
So that's a good conversation to have because I know
yeah,
that.
let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Okay,
100%.
can we get past the fucking
Sure, let's
the
go.
obvious?
100%.
Let's talk about some fucking real like political shit.
Go for it.
Can I take a cigarette break?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, guys. Dude.
Do your
You're
thing.
fine.
So I will say right away that if there's anybody on here that's acting in any way negative towards Andrew or any of us for any reason, my first opinion again is, for the most part, I really could give a fuck less because we can just block you guys or delete you. If you're friends of ours, I always actually threaten you guys that if you say anything stupid, then I will cancel you from all your social medias and ruin your emails. But in the meantime,
The mic.
oh, let's do that just in case.
Yeah.
Let's turn that off while you're smoking a cigarette. You guys don't want to hear that. But like I said, I haven't been reading the messages. I'm trying to be very engaged with Andrew and try to give Haley a chance to talk, which will be here in a second. Because I do.
So quiet tonight.
I know, a little more quiet than usual. And I don't think, personally, I don't feel like there's been anything wrong with this conversation so far. Yes, I get excited because I love these kinds of subjects. I get excited like this when I'm talking to my people when I'm tattooing them. It just gets me, I don't know, I like sharing ideas. That's why I don't disagree with this stuff. Obviously, I'm on camera for a reason. I love the ability to share ideas, and I get so much positive feedback from it that it's obviously impactful and useful. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think the tool is up to the person to use appropriately. Right, like you've heard, for example, it's kind of cliche, but guns don't kill people, people kill people.
Right.
Social media is not bad. Video feeds going live, I don't see as bad. I think what's bad is when you use it in a bad way. It doesn't make it bad, but you use it nefariously.
Right.
I'm trying to do it constructively. So that's always been really important to me. So if anybody's on here being negative or doing anything that's
He's threatening my shop.
can you show
I
me
got
what they
followers too.
can you show me what they said?
Oh, my wife's calling. Jesus fucking Christ. Bad idea.
So if anybody's doing that, like I said,
Hey,
that's obviously not a
is
good
this
idea
off?
because
Yeah.
even if you guys, yes, it is. Even if you guys think that me and Andrew don't get along or whatever he may think,
Yeah, hold on,
I would
I'm getting
never
ready to
ever ask anybody to do anything obviously negative like that. That's not what we're into.
It's caught on your shirt.
You're right. This was a bad idea, then.
There you go. So Haley, why don't you do me a favor?
Yes.
Why don't you take us away, and I'll talk to Andrew for a minute, and
myself?
let's test. Yeah, let's test your skills.
No, I hate
Just
this.
for like a minute.
Great.
So let's give him a talk. Actually, how about this? Why don't you go through and respond to people? Say hi.
The comment?
Yes. So this is going to be Haley's first time. So go ahead and kind of, interact.
Love this.
How's that sound?
Can't wait.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Can't wait, guys.
Just do your thing. And you can use sound effects too.
No. This is ridiculous. I have to talk to myself. I don't even know how to work this damn thing. Okay, here we go. No, we don't go. Hi, guys. I feel stuck. I don't even know how to get over here. I'm just trying to see the comments. I'm sorry, guys. Josh does all this, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. There's a lot of comments. But we appreciate everyone coming in. I do want to say we definitely don't condone anyone threatening anyone's livelihood at all. That's not what the point of this was. It was kind of just like a professional debate. We obviously have different views, and just talking about them clearly publicly caused a bit of an uproar. But we're here. I'm trying to go through. Let's see. I do appreciate everyone for tuning in, though, and watching us. It's exciting to see everyone chime in and say hi and be supportive. No matter if you're here for, hopefully all of us, not just one side. Let's see. Okay. Hi, Cheyenne.
Haley,
I'm trying
you're
to.
a fucking.
I cannot.
I went outside and I got glitter, literally.
It's okay. I
All of-
literally kept I'm trying to scroll down and it just keeps shooting me back up.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
weird.
like this part. This is why I don't do this.
It's because your nails.
I can't.
Jesus.
I can't.
So it's really hard
But
to
I'm
be
here.
taken serious when I have glitter like.
It's
everywhere.
fine. I like it. I don't give a. F.
Okay. So guys,
I'm here
this
for
is.
it.
This definitely didn't turn into exactly what I wanted it to, but that's why I wanted to do it live so you guys can see it's not edited. I'm not trying to make anybody look stupid. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, putting somebody on the spot, of course. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get a good conversation, but I'm not trying to necessarily. To make it clear, the only problem that I had with Andrew at all, if I have a problem, is that he was referring to DB shop owners, douchebag shop owners, for eliminating what he's saying, eliminating men tattooers in the future, which I'm just curious to see where he's going with that. But yes, of course, you don't think I'm going to address it if he's referring to our shop and then saying that I'm the douchebag, then of course I'm going to address it. We didn't have to address it live, and I was never planning on putting him on the spot unless he was willing to come in and do it personally. I was never going to throw his name out there or attack him in any way. It was never my intention. But having him in here, giving him a chance to explain himself, or be like, hey, look, bro, I used the word douchebag. It was kind of stupid. It was just fucking at the fly,
Just-
whatever.
yeah, talk
Could
shit.
just easily say that instead of beating around the bush and never really answering it. But, that's his position, and you guys got to hear it. I will also make it very clear, and we even talked about this before the show, we're not here to bash anybody. We never, that would never be what our show is about. Only here to build each other up, just like I teach the apprentices, and something that I hold dearly, that people, of course, not number one, kind of not related, but having a growth mindset, but also always looking to be as professional as possible and making sure that people here are literally part of a team that helps each other grow and build them up. That's like one of the things I've told everybody, that if you're going to be in here and you're not going to be acting that way, if you're not going to be building each other up and I see you tearing somebody down, it's over. Like, I'm done. I'm not doing that. So if you guys, maybe some of you, whether you're on our page or Andrew's page or watching this from wherever, YouTube or Facebook, if you feel like we've done that at all, point us out, like 100%. But I really don't feel like we've been in that position. I don't think Haley at all has been in that position. Although I'm surprised, haven't unleashed her yet. But let me ask. Let me go here with this. So, do you think that? What do you think my intentions were? Because we've been busy all day. We've been tattooing. We've been tattooing. Whatever. It was kind of short notice that this was happening. What were my intentions? Do you think? Like, what did you perceive my intentions as bringing Andrew on here?
It was just clarifying, are you talking about us? Because then we could know for a fact, because, it kept being said that they're all assumptions, it was very vague.
Right. 100%. And like I said, I like hard conversations.
Yeah.
You guys know this.
Yeah.
In here listening to
We
me
have
fucking-
debates all the time. We
all
have
the time.
opposing views in here,
All
in
the
our
time.
shop, and we go at it. But we still love each other. We have different views, and that's perfectly fine. You can have different views and still be friends and still have a love for each other and be coworkers and everything. Doesn't matter what it is. You can.
Right.
We're not friends because of our political beliefs or whatever, differently. And even if we have the same or not, it doesn't matter. But that's not why we're friends or why we come to work. That doesn't matter. So we could, sorry. We can have sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a lot
Okay,
going on.
Let me say this too. It is kind of a lot. And,
Yeah.
And to that, I will say this too. And I mean nothing but respect. That for I honestly could care less if you know me, if you like me or not. If
Yeah.
you're in person, tell me or not. I like if you don't like me and you're in person to tell me. That's great. But
Yeah.
you could just not say anything and walk on. I really could care less. I thought this would be a great opportunity to have a good conversation. I know Andrew vaguely. I don't know him, super personally, but I know enough about him to have been excited for and really thankful that he would show up and have this dialogue with us. Never meant to make anybody feel necessarily attacked. Obviously, I not necessarily. I never meant for that. Never mean for that to be the case. I think it's kind of obvious that this is kind of out of Andrew's wheelhouse. He admitted it. This is not necessarily something. Well, this isn't something he wants to do or likes to do. It sounds to me like he really kind of jumped out of his comfort zone to do this.
Yeah.
Everything he's saying points to the fact that really, even if I know we have a lot of similarities. We're both tattooers. We're both fathers, right? We both have a lot of respect for men and women and people in general, and lots of love. The guy walked right in second he got here and gave me a hug, right?
Yeah.
Damn near kissed me. And he thinks I'm attractive. So sweet. Linda, don't take offense to that if you're out there listening.
I cannot.
But my point is, he's obviously, out of his wheelhouse. He admitted that, and I kind of knew that already. I've picked up on the fact right away that he clearly doesn't like cameras and doesn't necessarily enjoy going live, although he does use social media. It's a little easier to do behind a keyboard. If I'm sticking up for him at all, it's just simply that I can tell that obviously this is out of his wheelhouse. So, you know, if you guys are thinking anything negative him about that, and anything negative towards him about that in regards to how he's responding, I can tell you right now, it's probably just something he's not used to. It could simply be that. I do wish he was a little more honest with some of his posts instead of vague, because being vague is like trying to catch it's like a dog chasing his own tail. He'll never catch it. I'd rather just be straightforward. That's kind of what I respect more. And if somebody tells me their honest truth and says, hey, this is about you, and I consider you a douchebag because, then we can talk about this. We can unpack it. And I actually think you could get somewhere instead of spinning around in circles. But again, I meant no disrespect towards anybody in here, much less Haley. Obviously, the apparently ugly dude behind the camera operating this session, and also having Andrew on here.
I didn't get to show him my shirt.
You can show them.
My shirt was inspired by one of his comments.
By the way, I have fucking glitter in my drink.
It's okay. My shirt was inspired by one of his comments from his post, though. All out of love, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Hot girl privilege.
So even though, like, again, maybe we can get to this now, because again, I'm not trying to put anybody in a position that they didn't themselves, I think, put themselves in.
Yeah.
But this was never meant for hate. I never, spoke of hate, even though somebody was assuming that I was. Anybody that knows Andrew and knows me, or maybe doesn't know either of us, I don't think any one of us had hate in our heart attempting this. Even though he might think differently, I know that for sure I didn't bring that. It was never my intention. And I was actually hoping we would get into something a little more philosophical in a sense. A lot of times when I'm around Andrew, he does bring up stuff like that, whether it's, things regarding philosophy or stoic quotes like he had mentioned earlier. That's stuff I'm into. I'm fucking super deep into that stuff. And so again, I think he was out of his wheelhouse. I think,
being on here isn't for everybody.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And I know that. Being on,
Yeah.
you guys think I was like this smooth.
Well, did you see it shut down? When you walked away, I was like, I have no one to talk to.
Shit.
I'm done.
How does she do?
I'm just like, let me go away. It's so awkward. And then I don't know how to work.
But now
all
they
this
see
stuff.
the duo. Now they see the duo. And how important
it
is.
has to
100%.
be, teamwork.
Yes. So guys, I'm going to tell you this. I really respect truly. And there has to be some of, Andrew's crowd watching this too.
Yeah,
Or people that know him, they have to be on here for sure.
Yeah.
And if you guys love him and you respect him and, you guys know him, then showing him love after this, I would say this, like, I'm not telling you to go and get super soft on the dude, but, just, obviously I would say commend him, and hopefully I get to, obviously see him again. And, maybe even talk to him again about totally different subjects. But if you guys could just let him know, like, hey, we saw you, we appreciate you going, you did, I think you can absolutely get an A for effort, but, we appreciate you showing up and being a man of your word. And you said you'd be here, and you were. He did say he was waiting for 2 hours. It was 1 hour. And that's totally normal.
Yeah.
But again, he doesn't know that.
Yeah. This is how it is with us.
Every single time it takes time.
We just have hiccups.
Yes.
They happen.
So I would say that for you guys to show him love and support, for you guys to commend him for being on here, whether he agrees with it or not, or at least just definitely, obviously attacking or bashing is totally against the law. It's against what we believe in. So again, if I find anybody doing that, know of anybody doing that, well, let's just say this: that's not a good idea. So don't do that to anybody in here. Don't do it to our people. That's kind of what this is about, right? Is how do you deal with hate online? Don't be that person. Because, by the way, the only reason you're giving hate to anybody, think about this. The only fucking reason you're giving hate to somebody is because they're willing to do the things in which you want. Even if they're not doing it as good as you as a spectator are doing or would do. Like, it's so easy for someone to say, why didn't this guy make this move? What an idiot. It's so fucking easy from the bleachers. Let's get on the field and be the player and say, oh, he went in there and he crashed and burned, or he did this, or he said that, or he stuttered, he was nervous. You're not fucking on here.
Yeah.
Like, you're not doing this shit.
It's fucking hard sometimes.
Right. You saw that a few minutes ago with Haley. I'm just kidding. Haley's great, and you know it, and everybody fucking loves you. All I'm saying, guys, is this. I didn't mean to make anybody feel, obviously, unheard or unsupported or at all attacked. I meant for good dialogue. If it didn't come off that way, I'm not going to apologize, because I don't think that I stepped out of my boundaries here. But what I would say is thank you for Andrew, obviously, for coming on, and you guys watching and giving this input, being part of this and not spreading the hate. This isn't
Yeah.
some lovey-dovey fucking feel-good motivational post.
Mhm.
If anything, it maybe shows you something a little different. And again, how to deal with hate. Let's go down to that. Sometimes I think you might feel hate from somebody towards you just simply because, well, for your own personal reasons. It might not necessarily be hate. And I didn't really think bringing that up during this dialogue necessarily, but
Yeah.
just because you feel attacked or hated by somebody doesn't necessarily mean you are. Actually, it's not always the gauge. Sometimes you have to dissect things and look into them and see where someone's trying to go.
Yeah.
Like, it did sound to me actually like he felt attacked by the things I was posting, and I wasn't really listening to that at first, and then I realized, oh, maybe I should like address
Right.
that, kind of thing. So
Right.
anyway, guys, you being on here means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Doing this show for me and Haley both
Yeah.
is
We
always
always
super fun.
enjoy it, guys.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I just don't want
And
to on me.
again, Mary's on here saying don't feed the negative energy.
Yeah.
Like I said, 100%. That's what we're down with. So we appreciate it for that reason and love you guys being on here for that reason. If you guys watch our show on a regular basis, it's usually really that hard. It's probably the harder conversations we've ever had.
Yeah.
And I think it's an important one. Just
Yeah.
truly, I do.
Of course.
With that being said, obviously we celebrated our number 20. And
Ooh.
yeah, so again, for you guys that watch this, I know you get a lot out of it. And for
Yeah.
me, it's super important because I know it's really useful, again, for us, like Haley, for development and me.
Yeah.
It's hard to fucking do.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep you guys entertained, but it's also hard to obviously talk on camera. No doubt there's always pressure.
Yeah.
And it's something that develops us. Matter of fact, I think with a lot of the girls in here, well, most of them don't necessarily like being in that position, right?
Oh, I just heard that.
Oh. So anyways,
Can I make
that's
this better?
Andrew, if you want to have closing thoughts, dude, totally. We've been kind of
Here.
keeping it
Is
warm for you.
like,
I'm gonna help
eh?
you.
So we'll get that thing back on and then we can start back up. But I am sorry, guys, that I didn't get to necessarily get to all of your questions,
Let me
all of your
try to make
responses.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them and there's a lot of you on here. Of course, we appreciate you, but there's no way I could even get to all the stuff that you guys submitted. But we definitely appreciate you. Let's see here. I really wish I could have seen all these comments. It looks like there's a lot of good ones. My dad was on here and I didn't get to address that. So thanks, Pops, for watching. Sis, you're on here, so thank you for watching. And we have more special guests. What's going on in here? Guys, just observing?
We got drinks, and then I was like, got drinks.
Oh, party time. Stay off camera. We got drunk girls in the house.
Josh, is there maybe 10, 15 that we can
Do it.
make this better
100%.
so people don't hate me as much?
Dude, I hope nobody hates you. Matter of fact, I have a feeling that if you're back on here, which we'll bring you on right
I
now,
hope so.
uh,
Can you hear me?
100%.
I got texts like, "Are you mic'd up?"
Loud and
I don't know
clear.
if people heard me or.
Well, we took you off the mic when you went outside. That was.
But you should be loud and clear now.
Yeah.
I hope the audio is not terrible. So, Andrew, thanks for coming back in.
Thank you. I apologize that I'm so passionate. I didn't know what to expect. This is my first time doing any type of thing like this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Can you ask me questions? Actually, that's way better.
Yes,
than,
Yeah.
yes. So,
way better than like me trying to.
so let me say this. Like, when you were outside, what we were basically saying is this, that, like, obviously this isn't something you do on a regular.
No,
And
I've
you,
never done this
right.
before.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of people can appreciate that you even did it, because honestly, most people wouldn't. I know they wouldn't. And I really do respect and appreciate that you came in and did that with us.
I mean, there's already threats. You know, like, it breaks my heart.
Yeah, well, anybody that's on here doing that is the real DB. I'm just Joshua Ray Farmer, so the real DB is out there somewhere, and you guys know who you are. And if anybody's spread, like I said when you were gone, anybody spreading that kind of hate,
Yeah, we're not condoning
we're
that
not
at all.
we're not only down with that, but we're don't fuck with us, guys. It's not a good idea. Like, it's just not cool. No, don't fuck with us. Don't fuck with our people. Don't fuck with our guests.
I'm just saying how I feel, man, and like, and herein lies the problem with modern day society that's not supposed to happen.
But it does, right? Obviously, we have to deal
It
with it time to
should.
time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't take back anything that I said tonight. Only if it caused any type of threatening ways, or fuck this motherfucker, this guy is fucking whatever, and it's like, I'm sure I was a little aggressive, but.
Well, here's something we could do,
I think
Andrew.
it was just passion too. Like you said, you're passionate about it, so it's coming
When
out.
It's
cameras
all I
are-
have, man.
Cameras are a lot. So we did talk
I know
about that.
I'm not used to lights and cameras
Yeah,
and stuff,
it gets overwhelming.
and so I do apologize if I came off like an asshole, kind of, but like I am who I am, you know. I think a huge problem nowadays is expressing how you feel.
100%.
And everybody's been steered to not say that anymore, and this is why I came here tonight, was to be like, but this is how I feel, and I guess it's hate speech nowadays or whatever, but those weren't my intentions. So.
And like I said, Andrew, and I even said it to everybody else, I don't think that's why you came here. I know that's not why I came here, even if
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it, which is something that, I'm willing to see. I don't think you were saying any of these things necessarily to be hateful. Some of the concerns I brought up that, we went over, you guys, obviously, if you've been watching this, obviously none of us meant for it to be anything like attacking, just for idea sharing. So if that's the case, we can end it with that. Because I know there's guaranteed shit we can have good conversations about, right? Like me and you could probably sit for hours, especially,
Oh yeah,
one on one,
I'm down for it all.
and talk about
this subjection to.
right. I feel you, dude. Trust me.
I'm not used to it. And
Totally
so
feel
I
you.
apologize, and I do totally get that. Since we're live, then that makes
Right.
people. I don't want to watch. Like, I don't want certain people to watch what I gotta say.
But I have a feeling too, a lot of people will look at it and think, like, obviously if this isn't your wheelhouse, that they have a lot of respect for the fact that you did it. A lot of people tell me all the
I
time,
hope
like,
so, man.
I know they do, for sure. 100% they do.
Listen, like, we're all going through shit, man. Like life is hard. For sure, life is hard, and we're all fucking doing it, right? So don't blame me for just how I feel. That's all I'm saying. I love these guys. That's why I came here. I just wanted to say what I needed to say, and
We respect you for it, Andrew, and I appreciate you coming
and
on.
This is so weird. Like, I can't even really be myself under these lights and stuff. And I knew that was coming, but I don't want more people to hate me.
Yeah, no, we won't do that. And again, we don't condone. As a matter of fact, I have a feeling that you just gained more friends, whether
No.
you feel like it or not.
Maybe one or two, but like I'm sure I gained like 10 haters.
Well, let's say this.
And then a lot
Forget.
of people are like, yeah, fuck the haters. No, dude, I really care about that. It really matters to me. Like, there was a problem quite a few years ago with the IDGAF.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get that right? Mentality, and everybody's
Yeah.
like posting,
Right.
fuck, I don't give a fuck. That's a fucking problem to me.
That people feel that way.
You should definitely care. You should give a fuck. You
Right.
should give all the fucks in life.
Right.
And that's where I'm at, and it gets me into trouble. All I do is express how I feel, and that gets me into trouble as well. But like, please give a fuck. Like, with everything, more people should give a fuck. If more people gave a fuck, I think maybe things would be better. I give a fuck. It's hard to convey how much I give a fuck without it sounding aggressive or like pointing blame at people. But this is what we do, you know? I care. I give all the fucks about everything all the time, and I think more people should.
I agree, and I have a feeling too, because of your.
And I'm sorry that if my posts hurt people, like, those weren't my intentions. I'm not an asshole out there posting things like, yeah, haha, fuck you guys. I know how it could totally sound like that, but trust me when I say that it comes from heart. It's because I fucking care, and because it's so important to me, and this is all we got, and we need to keep this going. The more we're steered towards what I don't like, is where we're gonna go. So
Well, we got
let's keep going towards what's right. I don't know. I'm not sure what to say. I'm sorry if I came off super aggressive.
I think we, like I said in the beginning, I think we have a lot more in common than we've obviously let on
I'm
to
sure we
believe here.
do. That's why we probably will battle so much.
And that's totally cool with me. Like,
That's why people used to hit their shields.
because I think it's nothing but love, bro. I don't think there's no hate involved. I think it's for us to be able to do this and for people to see it. I actually, maybe you don't quite see it my way, but I see this as like something for everybody fucking watching and that sees this. Somebody is getting something out of this that they needed to see, and that's why I fucking do it. And I'll tell you exactly.
And some people want to get violent and threaten.
But you got to think of it this way. I mean, I think of it this way, just so that you understand.
There's threats already on this
So
thread.
so that you understand it from my point of view a little bit, I look at it like this. And I've said this to every single person in here that I've worked with or apprentice or, have the pleasure of tattooing. One of the reasons why I do this specifically is because I think of it like somebody wrote a song that was scared to write that song. Somebody wrote a poem that was scared to write that poem. Or somebody was worried about making a video or addressing something. And it mattered to somebody enough to help them along their way, right? Like we all have something somebody's made, art, right? We're both artists. There's something somebody's made that's helped you along your way. And this is just another version for me to make something that helps other people along their way. And I think if you have to shuffle through a tiny little bit of shit for a bunch of fucking gold, it's way better than trying to shovel through a little bit of fucking gold and a lot of shit.
And make hay while the sun shines. I mean, you gotta take your opportunity, I guess. Hence why I'm here. Everybody told me not to do this. Everybody that matters to me told me not to go here. Don't do that. Don't do his podcast. Don't they're just gonna make you look really bad. And I'd say probably south of 50% is right. I'm sure I'm construed to be a fucking prick. Oh, this guy! Look at this guy, misogynistic. Straight white male, patriarchy. Fucking.
Dude, you don't think I get that? Like, you don't think people shovel that shit my
By the
way?
way you look, right?
Yeah, and the things I say.
I know, isn't that crazy?
But
just by the way you look, they judge you. Huh?
I think it's more for me. It's more I experience it based off what I say. If I try to say anything positive, for example, about men, anything positive whatsoever, try it online. Try to go online and say masculine men are necessary, and then watch what happens.
Well, try to go online and say it's crazy that all apprentices are hot. So equal rights, equal fights, I guess.
Sure. So having opposing. So one thing I think is great about that is like when I did this years ago, I literally said that I think you should measure a man off his ability to directly affect positively the women and children in his life. That's how you value a man.
All my favorite people are women. I got 2 moms, 2 sisters, 2 daughters. To go back, he must hate women. No. All my hence why I'm so fucking passionate about the subject, is how important women are.
And see, that's something we completely agree on. 100% agree on. I'm with you on that all the way.
I just I pointed out, and can we at least agree that I'm not wrong?
Not wrong. Well,
on the fact the fact that most, not you, you're not a DB, but most shops in town have hot girls. Am I wrong?
I will be
even
absolutely honest with you, and maybe.
Am I wrong for noticing that?
If that's true,
I wasn't even talking.
No, there's nothing wrong with noticing.
I never
what's
said
true.
anything was wrong with it. By the way, I never said there was a problem with it. I just pointed out what I saw.
Okay.
I never once said there was a problem with it.
Okay.
Everybody else did, and that's why I posted something so specific.
And
I never in my post or in all my comments said this is a problem.
And something that I think about,
everybody else created the problem.
Something I think about often, it's been on my mind for quite a while, especially because as I opened this place, it was mostly and primarily females obviously coming my way and asking to be apprentices. and the ones that have stuck around and made it so far, especially to becoming an artist, have been female.
Yeah, and what do you know? Don't they suffice? Aren't women more capable?
I wouldn't say that, no. I wouldn't
would.
say they are more capable.
Well, they control the entire planet.
And
There's
see,
7.9 billion people on this planet, and every single one was passed through a woman.
mm-hmm. Super, yeah,
You
which is
have
fucking
no
rad.
idea how much I put women on a pedestal. And I know it might sound like that I don't. Because I put a post up like, oh, look at these hot women.
Well, so
It
far
sounds
you
like
have.
I'm misogynistic.
So far, I haven't heard you say anything negative about women, and which means nobody else has heard that either.
Even in my post.
Yeah, no.
I never
well,
said anything that was wrong.
Right. I didn't hear you say anything negative about
Women
women.
run the world. Every single person on this planet was made by a woman. Even assholes.
It's interesting because I actually disagree completely, but I think those are good conversations.
Wait, how can you disagree with
that
every
women
single
run the
person
world?
was made by a woman?
No, I don't disagree with that. Of course, I'm not completely brain dead, but I disagree with that women run the world. I actually think the complete opposite. I think it wouldn't be the opposite. It's that obviously you have to have both, right? A lot of people do believe.
For sure.
A lot of people do believe that women run the world, and I think
They do.
it's common today to say that these kinds of things, and I actually not only ardently disagree, but I like those types of conversations, and that's why I wanted to have you on here. And I think honestly, Andrew,
We should have gone there first.
but
Dude.
that's my whole point.
I must look like such a fucking asshole.
So next time, if it's
Are we
even
still-
possible,
We're still doing
yes, if possible, next time we could do something like that where we talk about those types of subjects because the girls already fucking know. I could talk about that shit all day long. They walk away because they're
All
like,
my
I've heard
favorite
this.
people are female.
That's
All
great.
My favorite people.
So, how about this? We'll end it here. We'll end it on a good note, which this is. We appreciate you. We absolutely appreciate you, Andrew, being here.
I'm sorry. Where's my...
The bright lights are in his face, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I came off like an asshole. Kind of.
No, you're fine. Well, we even said too when you're outside, it's okay to have opposing views. We like that because in here we do it all the time. Me and Josh have opposing views.
Well, hence the room for evolution.
And me, what do you think happens in a shop full of girls? We fucking fight and like argue and have disagreements. Josh gets bullied. We all pick on him. Like that's how it really is in
fucking
the
sparkles
shop.
all over me.
But
Trust me, he loves it.
no, but we're a bunch of shit talkers.
My bathroom
okay?
is my sanctuary.
And we all have opposing views, like politically, non-politically, personally, family views, everything. We're all different and we all have opposing views, but that doesn't change our love for each other. And when we're working with each other, we still like keep ourselves a family. There's nothing wrong with having opposing views. And
Well, it
I've
takes
still
a male and a female to make a family.
100% can't have one without the other.
yeah, or you could adopt.
But still
Yeah.
takes a male and a
Sex
female to have
matters.
made
I'm
that
just
family.
saying, like I have adopted kids, so
But
And,
Yeah.
and that's amazing. And,
Yeah.
and good for you. Like, honestly. Like,
Thank
that's fucking badass.
so
Thank
Andrew, I'm
More
just gonna,
people should do that.
I should just say this, man. If you're down at some other point, and we could do it obviously over some drinks or just hang out or some
I don't drink anymore.
or some soda, whatever you want. Soda water if that's necessary. But I do super appreciate you being on here. Like I was actually really surprised that you
I'm
came on
sorry
here.
I was so aggressive to you, by
Dude,
the way.
Apology accepted, but not
it's
necessary.
almost not even your fault. It's just like I had something to stare at and fucking say what I needed to say.
And you did it.
It's not. Don't take it personally, please.
Dude, not at all. Bro, you're gonna leave here.
I mean,
honestly,
you had 3 hot chick apprentices, but it's,
see, that's a
it's not-
compliment.
It's not
Fucking
your fault.
awesome. You
but
hear
it's-
that, Minda?
It's not your fault though. Like I
hear that,
get
mister?
it, but it's like, yeah, I might have been a little aggressive there. I'm sorry, everybody.
So
I'm sorry, everybody.
I'm gonna close this with saying I appreciate you showing up. Truly do. I respect that you did. Everybody shows Andrew some love, obviously through here. Go follow him. He's on Instagram. He tattoos. People are already asking actually, like, does he tattoo? Where
I'm
does he
busy
tattoo
enough.
at?
Please, like.
Don't ask him. Don't follow him.
I don't need more. I mean, thank you. I'll get to you when I can. If I don't respond, don't take it personally.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So thank you, Andrew. We appreciate it.
Okay.
I'll give you guys.
Sure.
Yep, 100%.
Paul,
You're gonna
don't
leave
click
here.
that fucking
Listen
button.
to me.
Take your hand off that.
Listen to me.
We're not done
Right
yet.
now, it's on you.
No, you're fucking.
It's on you
It
right now.
matches the camera.
Yeah.
It goes
Yeah.
back and forth.
Listen to me. Listen to me. When you leave here, I have a feeling it's going to be
Everybody told me not
better
to
than
do
you.
this, Josh.
Well, I think they were wrong, personally. That's why you're here. I think they're wrong.
Everybody that matters to me.
You
said,
must
"Don't
have.
do this."
You must have had an intuition that they might be at least somewhat wrong.
I just wanted to.
Yeah, and
so
I'm
I
glad
got
you did.
selfish. I was like, nah, I'm gonna do it.
Andrew does what he wants.
You know.
That's the truth.
It gets me into some trouble sometimes, but I swear I have the best intentions. I love everybody. I'm a hippie at heart. I love animals. I don't litter. Like, I'm a good dude. I promise you.
Right.
It's just the way the world's fucking coming in nowadays.
Right.
It can get somewhat too much.
Yeah, I understand that.
everybody.
I absolutely understand that.
Me included. I'm a part of everybody. So yeah. All I have to say is what I see, and that's all it is. There's no hate, man. I love everybody.
Andrew, I think you enjoy this more than you're letting on.
No, dude, I already got threats, man.
Well, fuck those threats and fuck those people that threaten.
Yeah, there's no such thing as an empty threat, man.
Fuck those
all I
motherfuckers.
have is what I have, and if I get threats on the only thing I have, then
you know you're on.
then this podcast would be a different.
By the way, Mikey said he likes your socks, Warm Lakes.
Huh?
Mikey.
Oh, yeah, wool.
And he's even saying hard to interact sometimes. Fucking Mikey is the weirdest motherfucker I know. I love him to death. I've known him since I was a kid.
Hey, go back to some of your comments. We didn't even do this. I did too much. I was talking.
Well, how
too
about
much
this?
and I
Because it's
apologize.
already been a really long
Oh, is it?
post.
Is there a specific time?
Well, we try to go somewhere around an hour. It's been 2.
Oh,
But
shit.
I think this has been
my
incredibly
wife's like,
constructive.
you still there?
So I think it's been really constructive, in my opinion. I think we'll look back on this one day and be happy that we did it. I think it didn't necessarily go how any of us maybe expected. It definitely not me. But Andrew,
You're welcome.
I am glad you're here, and you disrupted. If you'd like to do so, you did disrupt, and I.
The world relies on destruction.
Yes. So I by no means discourage that, but at the same time, like I said, I respect that you're
Your
here, and I thank you.
heritage relies on your rebellion.
So we're gonna clean up this absolute
Americans.
fucking mess, and
Exactly.
and
Possibly
Yeah.
leave it for tomorrow.
yes,
I'm hungry.
yes,
Tired.
absolutely. So,
Am I good?
100%. So thank you, Andrew.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you.
Please don't hate me.
No hate.
Yeah,
We're doing it.
never.
So we're gonna get rid of that mic so we don't have to hear him going outside. But guys, again, thank you. This 2 hours.
Yeah.
And again, it felt like how long? Fucking 10 minutes. Well, for me, it felt like 10 minutes. I know. She's like fucking way longer. Yes.
I'm just starving over here
Yeah.
like normal. It's fine.
Right. And
Yeah, but we appreciate everyone coming, and
Right.
it was our 20th, so
yes. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
Tons. Thanks for the love.
Yeah.
I see a lot of love on here for everybody. There almost always is, so that's
Yeah.
awesome. I think actually we have a fucking awesome crowd, with the exception of Mikey. Mikey, you're just fucking. Anyway, he's the oldest friend on here, so I can say that. But anyway, guys, you can in the comment section let us know how you feel about this episode. If you have any opinions or any input, of course, do so in the comments. DMs are always cool, but we can't get to them all. Pay attention to us weekly, especially Wednesdays. The reason why we do this, we obviously outlined a little bit in this episode, and it matters a lot to us. It means a lot to us. I know that somebody somewhere out there, obviously, all of you know, somebody's made something that was important to you and changed your life. And I'm not saying we have to make every episode change somebody's life. Most of the time, we're just
Yeah.
being fucking silly. But even that alone is something that people look forward to.
No,
Yeah.
man, change
So-
people's lives, man.
So I totally respect the fact that we can do this with you guys, and that you guys have nothing but, I think, positivity coming back to us. For you haters, like this episode was supposed to be for, fuck you. We will block you. We will ruin all your social media accounts. We will ruin all of your emails.
I'll bring my knife.
She does. She gets
have a
gifted.
knife.
Haley gets
Watch
gifted.
out.
That's actually really true. And I think you guys probably took something away from this that we don't quite yet see. Even I bet you there was a lot in here that you guys will see, and eventually, as this settles, we'll be able to look back on, and I think be really thankful and appreciative that this happened. So, with nothing but love, nothing but respect, thank you guys for joining us, and thank you, Andrew, again for being with us. Haley, next time we'll get you way more giggly and bubbly. But in the meantime,
It's all right.
thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks. You too.
Thanks everybody for being here.
Yeah.
Ugly son of a bitch.
We'll see you next week.
It's a good thing the light's in our face. You can't even see Josh. Like, you don't have to look at his face.
Stop it. That was mean.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Josh.
Thank you so very much. And we will see you next time. Episode 20.
Bye.